And we on. Back up in this thing once again. Another week down. Me and King of Kings about to go in. I'm about to put the link in the chat. Y'all want to join in? Feel free. Let me just go in and set everything up real quick, y'all. I think this the link. Drop that chat. Yeah, what's good though, King of Kings?
You know, man, looking forward to another good weekend of boxing, man. We getting spoiled. You know, salute to Juneteenth for all y'all that ain't aware that this is that weekend coming up. So they treating us with some fights, you know. So yeah, I'm ready to do it, man. I'm ready to get relaxed and do something different, man. Go give me some good drink, man. I think I'm gonna keep the pump on low this weekend, do something different. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, I've been sitting here and there lately, man, trying to get this goddamn allergies, this little cold, get over this little cold, man. I've been sleeping under this fan, waking up with the sniffles.
Oh, so yeah, that's what I hear in your voice straight up, man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking I was hearing.
But yeah, see, let's start off with Franchon Crews, man. Franchon Crews, she's gonna be on that Triller card, I believe. Yep, she's gonna be going up against Ellen Keteroos. I don't hate to butcher her name. She 8-4 with 4 KOs in a 10-rounder for the IBF, WBA, WBC, and WBO. Undisputed, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, damn.
She trying to do greatness in 10 fights, y'all. One of her fights is off her record. L-Dub, hit that link. Joseph Brown, hit that link and jump on with it. We're just going to chop it up about this weekend fights, man.
Come on in, fam.
Yeah, come on in. But yeah, she going for undisputed, man, and she ain't playing no game. You know, her first fight was against Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
And that ever since then, she been taking off. That was a pretty close fight. You know, they had it 36-40. But ever since then, she been taking off until she hit that Jimenez fight, and that was like a little no contest afterward because old girl ended up testing dirty. And now she's standing right here today.
Man, I didn't need to see no test for that girl to come up dirty. Dang, you know, hey man, salute to her because you know the truth be told, man, taking that punishment from somebody that's all juiced up like that, we'll never know how much that takes out of fighters. So for her to then bouncing back and going for the undisputed, you know, forcing the WBC to do the right thing and give her a belt back, you know. I'm looking forward to the matchup because these girls look like they ready to scrap. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and go with her, man. I'm gonna give her the nod because, like I said, just our perseverance, her sticking with stuff. You know, I mean, she could have been through in the towel or felt like the sport was unfair, but she's actually going out here and doing it, man. So salute to her, man.
Yeah, real talk. Damn, I look over in the chat and L-Dub said that the whole Triller card is postponed to August 14th now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said the Triller card. I was thinking like I thought they were gonna put all that back with COVID-19 Lopez. So
shit, I didn't think so, man. I thought they was gonna at least let it go, take Lopez off. But I guess he the main event, you know what I'm saying?
Man, they done postponed that card twice. They moved it off last weekend, and now they got to push it all the way back to August. Man, that's hard for them fighters to be geared up to fight, and now you gotta. It's June now. You talking about August? So what they supposed to rerun these? And you know some of these fighters ain't got that bag to keep paying these camps, man. It sucks. They should have just let them go ahead and fight, like you were thinking, man. They should just let the rest of the card go ahead and go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Because I give you enough time with like 8 weeks out. I mean, it's more than 8 weeks out. Then they can get some other fighters to get ready to put on the bottom, and then the fighters that are ready, and then don't make it pay-per-view. Just have Triller put it out there, build their audience a little bit. But I can't say no. They smarter than me. They make a lot more money than I do. But
if you think about it, though, that was their main event, so he was getting paid a lot of money to headline that card, so it makes sense for him to cancel the card. But shit, let's get on into Inoue then, man. The monster Inoue, he finna fight Michael Desmaniras, or whoever he is. He's 32-1 with 20 KOs. in the 12 rounder for the IBF and WBA. What you think? What y'all think about Inoue? And what y'all want to? What y'all think the outcome will be?
I
I'll
want
let
to
Jay
see.
Brown go.
I want to see how Inoue looks after that long layoff and that eye injury that he suffered from the Donaire fight. So it's interesting to see how he comes in. Gonna tell me early, how well he's recovered from that injury. That's a significant injury, and we all know how that affected Kell Brooks' career having that injury. So, but I'm expecting him to knock him out. I'm expecting him to get him out of there within 5 rounds. But I'm definitely interested to see how his eyes look in this fight.
Yeah, we'll talk about Lala D in the building. Cheer! Salute, Sid. What about you, kid?
Hey, Inoue, man, like you said, it's interesting him sitting on the shelf, but they bringing him back against a good opponent. But like I said, I ain't never heard him, but I don't follow the smaller weights except for the bigger names down there. Um, so yeah, if he can, I think like Jay Brown said, maybe go to 5th round, but sure, I think maybe he should let it drag a little bit, maybe if he can. I don't know if it gets at him. He might not be. I don't think he's that type of dude. I think he's gonna put the step on the gas. But get 6, 7 rounds in, knock the dude out, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I believe so too. I ain't familiar with his opponent, but I believe he'll be able to handle what's in front of him. He went through the tournament, and Donaire gave him a good run for his money. I don't know really too much about his opponent, but yeah, I will definitely be looking for a stoppage. You know what I'm saying in this fight for the North. Hey, on that same card though, we got Isaac Dogbo versus Adam Lopez. Isaac Dogbo is 21-2 with 15 KOs, and Adam Lopez is 15-2 with 6 KOs. They in the 10 round. What about Dogbo, man? What you want to see from Nico?
Hey, Dogbo, man, look, I'm just saying he just ran into the wrong character, but he had heart to go in there a second time. But the dimensions of I can't even think of his name. Dude that beat him. I can't think of his name. But
Navarrete.
yeah, Navarrete, man. He was just too long, too quick. I don't know who the opponent is right here, but maybe this is a good little both of them sound like they got similar record. Maybe this is a put up or shut up fight for both guys. I'm just gonna go with Dogbo just because that's just because I don't know the other guy.
Hey, what about you, Jay Brown? What you expect from Dogbo, man?
I expect him to come in and handle his business. I'm not too familiar with his opponent, but I'm expecting him to do his thing out there and get this guy up out of here.
Kev Harris up in here in this piece and healed it. He said, salute, fam. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth weekend, bro. Salute. Hey, man, I want to see him get him up out of there too, man. Hey, L Dub, if you ain't hear me, feel free to get on. He said, L Dub said Adam Lopez posed the same physical aspects as Navarrete. He said he got Lopez over Dogbo. Oh shit. Upset alert, huh? Upset alert. I know you know a little bit more about Lopez than we do. But I'm gonna take your word for it though. Navarrete definitely got some handicaps. He's short, dimensional. He really not good at controlling the distance. If you let him get inside and jump on you, he can have it his way. But if you can control him, he definitely can be beat. But I want to see Dogbo overcome, man. I want to see him. The 2 losses came from the same person, so I want to see him get back on the right track and perhaps get a 3rd fight and avenge himself. You know what I'm saying? Make himself known in the division. That's what I want to see. But we'll see. Might be eating crow. That's what Law said. Abel Torres in the field. Salute, bro. He said, shout out to Marlo and the squad in the chat. He said, I'm ready for all the great boxing action this weekend. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Hey, what about we got Jaime Munguia, man. Jaime Munguia is going up against Kamal Zizermenta. I'm probably butchering this shit. Zameta is 21-1-5, and they in a 12-round fight. This don't look pretty good to me with this guy record in a 12-round fight versus Jaime Munguia. But what y'all think how this fight gonna play out with Jaime Munguia? Gil Cole's in the building. Salute, bro. D Biggs. What's good, bro? Peace. What you think about Jaime Munguia, King?
Man, I don't know what to think, man. Like, here's the thing about him, man. Like, I wish I could have found out how good he was, because that, man, I don't know. Like, you know what I feel about Jaime Munguia? I feel kind of like how I feel about Jarrett Hurd last week. You feel me? Like, I kind of got that feeling from now. I don't know, man. Hey, let me get my thoughts together. Let me let Jay Brown say something on that, man.
And Jaime Munguia, when we initially first started watching him, we thought he was good, but as he continued to step up, and who was he fought, Marlo, or Ray Robinson, one of those guys he fought, and he just looked so terrible, man. His footwork, I mean, his punching, his jab, he just looked slow, and he just looked like food ever since to me. And I'm just not high on the guy. I think Oscar is moving him the way he needs to move him in regards to keeping him away from dangerous opponents like a Charlo, like an Andrade, so they're moving him along the way they need to because they don't want to get him exposed, which is smart, but at the end of the day, he's not going to get on no pound for pound list. He's never going to be a Premier Elite fighter. He's going to eventually be a gatekeeper. At some point, he's going to have to fight one of these top fighters at some point in his career, and he's going to get beat, and that'll be pretty much Jaime Munguia. But I'm expecting him to win this fight. I don't see him knocking this guy out. I see it going to decision.
Yeah, just to piggyback on that, man, that's the thing about Jaime, man. He missed his window of opportunity, man. A lot of these guys ain't thinking, man. Like, I don't know what there's like. I don't know. Like, I understand that you are what you are, but you know what? Hey, we need to find out sooner than later. Look, man, that's the name of the game. That's why we have a left hook Lacey. Sometimes you just got to find out if you're the goods or not. And I don't like, maybe they make enough money by protecting these fighters and moving them around, but Jaime Munguia in 10 years they'll have 30 different fighters like him, and we won't even remember this guy. So is it better to be remembered than defeat, or continue to win and never get known for nothing? So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, he got a little soft touch, but I don't know what to say about him. He ain't accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, they moving Jaime Munguia real suspect, but they promoting him like he one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like every little step up fight, he get touched up, and it ain't no type of lopsided win from him. He ain't stopping the guy he been supposed to stop. They just moving them suspect, man, just to hype him up. I guess just for a big payday, because I don't see really nothing. Like Joe Brown said, he gonna lose when he get up in there against the top level opponent. I think even like a Golovkin put him down. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I think what's the name would give him a run. Rosario. Fighters like that. I think J-Rock or Hurd probably would walk him down, or it'd be a decent type of fight. You know what I'm saying?
I think a Hurd fight would be a good fight for him. And, looking at, the way Hurd is, I probably would favor Jaime Munguia in that fight at this point. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what Hurd is going to show up at this point.
That definitely be a good fight for him. But I know another motherfucker that'll give him a run though. The Cuban dude, what's his name?
Laura.
I think Laura right now give Munguia a run. You know what I'm saying? Put that L on him. It's a lot of guys that I think Munguia I have a problem with, man, especially his level of competition. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really fighting nobody, and they just got him in the cut, just hyping him up. But
they'll never put him in there with no Laura. He'll get Laura, even at his old age, would box circles around that dude. It would be embarrassing. It's just, I don't think they're going to do that. You know who they remind me of? I mean, even though I don't think it is nearly as bad, But remember how Leo Santa Cruz was getting moved for a while there, and he was always fighting these random little Mexican dudes you never heard of? It's kind of similar, but worse.
Yeah, this guy's being moved like a prospect, and he's been champion. That's the crazy part about it.
Hey, yeah, that's that De La Hoya, man. They was moving him similar. That's how they was moving Canelo early in his career, putting him on people undercards, hyping him real high, heavy. You know what I'm saying? Potential threat to Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. That's what they was doing with him with Canelo, hyping him for a potential big Mexican fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a fight with GGG down the line, and here we are 3 years later. They ain't even mention their names.
Facts, and it's like they're padding his stats just so eventually later on they can serve him up to someone else. But who are they going to serve him up to capitalize and make a lot of money off of him?
Yeah. That's why they promoting them real well to the Mexican fans and stuff. It's cool, but I want to see him in there, man, in a big fight. It's about that time. You know what I'm saying? A nice step up fight. Hey, do y'all know about Blair LaFleur LeCobbs? Y'all ever seen him fight? Flashy, light skinned dude with the afro. He fight on the zone.
Nah,
Nah, I don't think I've caught his fights before.
Hey, if y'all get a chance to look him up, check him out. His name's Blair Cobb. Excuse me. Shit, all right, man. Let's get to it, man. We got Jermall Charlo versus Ron Messias Montel. Montel is 22-4-2 with 22 KO. So every fight he won, he stopped his opponent. Dude got 4 losses. That tell me he probably ain't got a good chin. You know what I mean? He also got 2 draws on his belt. So I see this fight, man, ending with a bang. Charlo knocking this guy out. The guy can squabble though, y'all. He come from a long history of fighter. His grandfather was a champion. I believe his uncle was a champion. And he just a fight motherfucker. So I expect this fight to be a good ass fight as long as it lasts. And I think Charlo gonna stop this guy. But what you guys think? What you think, King?
I
hey,
think
real. Oh, was it yes? Go ahead, Jay.
I think Charlo defense is too tight. He's going to be able to slip this guy's punches, counter him, use his jab effectively, use his physicality, and do really good work on the inside. Catch this guy with an uppercut and possibly put him down with a right hand, and that might be the end of the night for him. But I believe this guy has the potential to stun Charlo if he catches him with something clean. He's got decent power, so don't be shocked if he hits him with something and he gets Charlo's respect. So, but I'm interested to see, because this isn't a highly touted fight at all, and obviously we want to see Charlo fight the bigger name. And so hopefully once he's done with this fight, man, we can see him step up and finally take on Andrade or take on the Triple G. Get one of these other guys or get a David Benavidez. You guys need to start fighting each other and stop letting time go by chasing after Canelo Alvarez. Put your work in, do the things you need to do, and the public will demand that fight. And you'll be able to get that fight based upon what you've done in the ring and how you build yourself up. So this is the time for Charlo. I don't want to see no more light touches from him.
Yeah, I think he mentioned he gonna go after Boo Boo next. Hey, Johnny, salute, fam. Queen 71, salute, sis. She says they were fight tonight. Nah. I'm trying to be consistent on the Thursday. We're gonna try to be a little more active. So we're gonna do a live stream, two live streams, you know what I'm saying, a week. And that's Thursday and Saturday. We're gonna try to probably do a video or 2 in between. But just try to be a little more active. A lot of supporters been requesting that we can be a little more active, specifically La D. Want to see us at least do a live stream. So we started this like a few weeks ago, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
3 weeks ago.
But let me get in here and get my take on Montiel.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the funny part. Since we were just talking about Montiel he lost to Jaime Munguia by knockout. The funny part is he actually has a knockout win against Mr. James Kirkland. So well, I don't know what that's supposed to say. You know, I seen him have a weird fight against Centennial. I think Charlo fought him. It was I don't know. I forgot. I think the fight ended kind of funny. But no, here's the thing about this is the funny part, man, about Charlo. This guy right here is he's another. I don't even know if you could say a B plus. He might be a C plus fighter, and it's another one of these that I think will be easy work for Big Charlo. The fight's going to be what he makes it. He probably can go in there and lay dude down. Now, he can't be reckless about it. You know, dude has enough power to probably keep him up off him, or at least hurt him a little bit. But these fights are becoming routine. Like I could probably say the last 3 or 4 fights of Charlo have been these type of fights. Now I know we get this whole thing. There's this, that, but it's like at some point in time, man, you're still gonna start using up your youth, and you're not gonna get those significant fights when you're at your best. I mean, you can only peak for so long, so it's just time. I don't know what they got to do to cut the crap, make some fights, man. We got to get them. And I ain't blaming him directly, but it's a whole conglomerate of people that you can blame about this.
Yep. See, look, now I'm just gonna go and break it down. Like I watched Montiel. He ain't the sharpest boxer, but he a tough boxer. He can box pretty well. He know how to use his jab. He's a decent, all right counter puncher, I say. But one thing about Jermall is Jermall got the strongest jab in the game, man. Jermall's jab is real dangerous and respectable, and I think that's gonna be the first problem that Montiel gonna have to get past. I think this is Montiel tough fight, man. I think this is probably gonna be a cruiser for Charlo. As far as Charlo not getting big fights, it ain't really that many people he can fight besides Triple G, Boo Boo, and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And none of them is fighting them. So you gotta stay busy. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that he sharpened his mental aspect, his IQ. You know what I'm saying? And the repetitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Just consistent being sharp, consistently getting there and executing your game plan. As long as he do that, I think when they do get ready to call his name, I think he'll be ready for it. I mean, we can't make him get in there with nobody. He calling out Boo Boo. He calling out Canelo. We just got to see, man. He wanted Jacob, so we just got to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't trying to blame Charlo for that. It's just I was more like hopeful thinking because I just don't want them to do. I don't want them to wear aged it. Now I don't just mean aged out, but just put him on a shelf where he gets used to fighting these type of fighters. But I do like it being busy. There's a lot of fighters we talk about that, but how many times he done fought this year now? I mean, or the last few years, are they up to about 3 times a year, both the Charlo brothers?
I think at least 2. At least 2.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, yeah, but I think on average they've been getting 3. But, yeah, I'm cool with him at least fighting somebody. That's the type of stuff, like you said, I hope maybe Boo Boo finally decides to maybe make the fight. I don't know what's stopping that fight. There's a couple things going on, but I just hate that this talent is just they're just trying to shelve him so badly. It's just, but I don't know, man. I want to see one of those fights. I think Canelo and him is probably one of the best fights we can get in a decade if it happens.
Well, Canelo's moved up to 168, and the thing is that Charlo has to make a decision. It's either you try to make a unification fight, and if you can't get it, then you need to move up because there's fights at 168. There's a guy, David Benavidez, who's willing to fight you, and that's a good fight. That could be possibly pay-per-view. That could possibly, really, put your name out there in the public eye and be like, yeah, Charlo's a legitimate threat. And that's going to be a fight. It could be a WBC eliminator, it could be or a WBA eliminator. I just don't know what sanctioning body. What belt did David Benavidez hold at 168? And
WBT.
Yeah, so that could be a potential
You don't hold it
WBC
no more.
eliminator.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it could be a potential eliminator for, Canelo. Let's see if Canelo will drop the belt at 168 once again and not fight Charlo. But you got to put yourself in that position because time is not waiting around for none of these fighters. They're not getting no younger.
Hey, that's a good assessment. That's a real chess move right there. Force him to move again. Hey, I think you probably got to take your earplugs out and put them back in. They make it like a little uh cricket type of noise. But I can hear you though. I just want to say that it was making a little cricket noise. Johnny, if you want to get on, the link should be pinned in the chat, fam. You can get on. Johnny said he don't think any champion fight 3 times in a year that he can think of. Yeah, I don't think none of them fight no 3 times. I know that he's getting one or two at the most. But he rounding it out though. I understand what he's trying to say. But yeah, man, I think Charlo is definitely a danger, man, for those guys. Both of the Charlo, man, they got the fundamentals down pat. They jabs is strong. You know what I'm saying? They real strong fighters, real aggressive fighters, and they can play the defensive game. They can get in there and bang with you, and take minimal punishment and give you more punishment. Is what I see from them. So they some threats. Hopefully we gonna get this undisputed. Hey, but did y'all watch the Wilder Fury presser? And if you did, man, tell me your thoughts on it. Oh, they both stepped away. Well, yeah, man, I
Well,
watched.
No, I'm here. I was just letting him go.
The Wilder Fury presser. It's and I'll say it like this. If you're going to be silent to the media and you don't want to answer questions about the certain allegations, the cheating and all that stuff you put out there in the YouTube space and in public, if you're not going to answer questions, um, then there's no point in you putting this stuff out there. That was the moment where he could have really gave more insight on what kind of proof he had, and I think I think old media deserved to get answers from some of the stuff you put out there. That's only right. If you're going to put allegations out there, you got to be able to take the fire in return. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to talk to y'all because I don't like the way y'all treated me. Well, guess what? They have a right to question some of the things that what you are saying about Breland, what you said about Fury, and even Fury himself has a right to answer those questions in front of your face like a man and be like, okay, so where is this proof of me cheating? Where did you get these allegations from? Let's see it. Like Fury, I mean, if you call this man a cheater, and let's just take it into our real life assessment, right? If you accuse me of something and I'm standing right in front of you, I want to address those allegations head on. And I think Fury deserved that chance to be able to address those allegations to Wilder and see how that would have went. Then we can all make a determination who's really telling the truth and who's really BSing on this thing. Because for you to just put those allegations out there and just say, "Nah, I'm not going to speak to nobody," but then you go back and have interviews with Ellie Setback, you have interviews with Fred of the barbershop, and then you do BT Sports little interview with them, talking. So it's like, why are you talking then? What was that all about? Just to say I'm Deontay Wilder and I don't have to speak if I don't want to speak. No, at that point, you know what I'm saying? If you're just gonna be quiet, just be quiet all the way around. So for me, I was kind of disappointed in that. I thought that was weak. Other people was like silence is gold, but no, man. When you say things as a man, you have to be able to take the fire in return when somebody's willing to come back at you with it. Otherwise, just don't say nothing at all across the board. I'd have been fine if he just didn't say nothing at all in all these other interviews. And then you got certain Wilder supporters, out here telling people, "Oh, that's old. He don't need to be addressing none of this stuff to anybody." But then he goes out and talks about the stuff in the other interviews about the cheating and all that stuff, how Tyson Fury cheated. You've seen the evidence. But hold up now. But the guy you accused, you didn't allow him to be able to clarify, to be able to clear his name in the public and address you head on. You didn't want to speak to him. He had questions. I think Tyson Fury deserved to be able to get them questions and be able to ask you publicly about what you said about him cheating. But you didn't give him that right. And I think that's weak. Regardless of me being a Wilder fan, that's weak, bro, on every level. And I don't respect it. So I still want him to win, but I just thought the way he handled that. But it was funny how he walked off on Fury. I was laughing at that. That was funny.
Yeah. Hey, it's I'm gonna get my thoughts at the King of King. Let me just catch up in the chat. I hope I ain't butcher your first name. Juku off the dub. Salute, fam. He said play-by-play pro. What it do, fam? Just chopping it up, man. Looking forward to these weekend fights and shit. What it do, though, bro? Gil Cole said Water lame for not saying anything. That's what Jay Brown was just saying. Spirit of Justice, salute, bro. He said Water doing the right thing. Hey, jump on. What's your opinion? Get up in here and let me hear your thoughts, bro. I'm gonna give you mine too, but let me hear yours. Oh, what you mean about? Let me hear your point about doing the right thing. Juco off the dub said the fight of the year so far is Peter Guns versus Cisco. It was a boxing match that turned into a fight. Shit, I ain't even get to see that. I'm gonna look that up. Gil Cole said Water look like a little brother that is mad at the big brother, but he know the big brother will whoop his ass. Spirit of Justice said Water has every right not to speak. Yeah, he do. But when you're accusing somebody of something, bro, if motherfucker did something to me, I'm gonna get at him. I don't have to do it publicly or nothing like that. But when I got the opportunity to face, I'm letting him know how I feel about that shit. So I understand what he's saying. That's why I said jump on. Let me hear your point. I'm gonna get mine though. It can't just go one way though, bro. You can't get out here and tell us the motherfucker cheated and all this and all that. Then you tell a motherfucker that you can't say nothing without no proof. That was kind of strange to me, bro. So KF Harris said, how come Fury did not bring the allegations up? That's another thing, huh?
Fury did. Hey,
let me get in.
Fury sat right next to him and asked him. And Wilder had his headphones on. He wanted to address the whole situation.
Yeah, Gil Cole said Wilder wouldn't speak on the cheating, but he had plenty smoke for Charlo. Juku off the dub said we need a new U.S. heavyweight champion for real. And you know, man, Johnny talking to Gil, Spirit of Justice said, but if he speaks, he still gets criticized. So what's the point? Got a point. D-Lo say, salute. Hey, D-Lo, jump on if you want to, bro. D-Lo 404 Boxer say, salute, bro. Gil Cole said, Malik Scott compared Wilder to Ali. I don't agree with that. Fury did a better job being Ali at the presser. Hey, Ali would have been at that presser, just like Joe Brown said. You cheated, you bum. I'm going to whoop your ass. You're going down in 3 just for cheating me. You funny looking motherfucker. You've been cheating all your life. Your whole career you cheated, you bum. You know you cheated me. It would have been a whole hour-long poem about what the hell he thought and felt about Fury in that press.
Facts. He would have doubled down. He would have tripled down on it. He would have made it entertaining.
So
don't be comparing him to Ali, because Ali definitely would have held that one down.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of the sport, man. I ain't finna just man fan, bro. That's not how it works. Motherfucker wrong. Don't mean the motherfucker don't fuck with you, ain't gonna pick you to win, or don't feel like you can't win. But motherfucker wrong, they wrong. And another thing I don't agree with is Fury is a known cheater. But you don't hear none of that shit being brought up. You know what I'm saying? Fury have tampered with his blood before. Fury have been on PEDs before. Fury did a lot of shit. He damn near was borderline kicked out the damn sport. So let's not act like Fury ain't got a history of cheating. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny that all this history of cheating, that, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't speak on it, regardless. So, that's why I say I got my thing about that too, man. Gil Coles, oh, I read that one. KF Harris said, anybody eat some boar meat lately? For real, man. He tried to pay the farmer dude to say that about the boar meat. D-Lo 404 said, they said, I didn't want to hear Wilder talking to media row. I really don't care to hear Fury talking to him either. He said, the opportunity Wilder been fighting for is happening next month. Yeah. KF Harris, he said, gotta go till it's day. Johnny said, there go D-Lo right there. Johnny said, all he can do is make sure they take steps for not to happen again. If he did indeed cheat, bringing it up won't bring back a time machine. But y'all be easy, man. I got to get up early. Peace, fam. Hey, good point, too. Peace. Gil Cole said, everybody got to go to bed now. Zay in the building. Salute, bro. What's good with it? Hey, Zay got some content coming soon, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's support the brother. But D-Lo, salute, bro. Let's after King of Kings, let us hear your take. King, go ahead.
Hey, man. Here's how I feel about it. I think a lot of that stuff, you know, him accusing him and all this stuff, I think the main thing that Wilder's worried about when he's in Fury's presence is beating him. And I think all that extra shit is just going to distract him. He can address that afterwards. You know, I'm that Fury's lawyer. The truth of the matter is, even if he didn't do anything that Wilder says, he is a cheater. That, you know, we keep on bringing up all these topics about, there's a reason why they're talking about a fight for UK unification in the middle of the Arab desert somewhere, because the dude can't even fight in his own home country. I don't need Wilder to tell me that for me not to know that that's a fact. So maybe he realized let's be honest, the last few times him getting in a back and forth with Fury, I think on some level that affected him in the fight. Fury's a mastermind at manipulating and making guys behave out of pocket. So him feeling like I need to be in calmness at a press event and just chilling, so be it. If there's allegations that Fury could have asked him one question is one thing, but he could have been like, you lied on me this, you lied on me. He had the stage. He could have went all in about it. He could have brought up, look at this dude talking about this. Look at this dude talking about this. And now he's not speaking. He's a coward, blah, blah, this, and that. But he didn't, because the truth of the matter is he really don't want to talk about it either. You know, I was talking to Louis and them earlier. There's some of the things that Wilder says I don't believe happened. But I did see them gloves. So, I mean, that's a given. I seen Fury get stopped at the beginning of the fight because of his gloves. I seen that he has PED failures. I seen that in the media, the last time they had a fight, they made up a whole line narrative for him, and everybody rolled with it. I had people arguing with me talking about he just came back. The dude had 2 tune-ups. He wasn't out of the game because of depression. He was out of the game because the dude didn't take care of his body. He failed some drug tests, and now we're going to act like that he just had some kind of mental issues and just gloss over it. Let's be real. If Wilder was doing the same thing, they would have had his lunch. You know what I'm saying? They would have been all over him about it. So, okay, Wilder didn't say nothing to him. He didn't accuse him of cheating right there in his face. Because the truth of the matter is, he's going to solve that problem. He's going to get his get back with his hands. See, we think that he should do that because most of us live a life where if we have a problem with somebody, we got to do our get back with our mouths. He got assigned. He's getting paid to go get revenge for something that he feels like he was wrong. So why even say anything about it? I don't need to say nothing about it, because when we get in a fight, I'm going to put you to sleep. And getting a back and forth with you might put me off track to the point where I don't win this fight. So, and like I said, but hey, I told y'all before, that scoring press conference stuff to me is corny as hell. You know what I mean? But hey, it's all going to be proven in the fight. When the fight comes, that's what, it ain't going to be like who won this press conference, who won this, and all. Hey, last time I checked, them press conference didn't stop Fury from hitting the ground twice. And last time I checked, them press conference didn't stop Wilder getting towel thrown in on him. So to me, it don't matter. The fight, it's not needed for the fight to sell. Everybody wants to watch it. We know what's about to happen. And Fury later even said that it was probably a good move for him to do that. You know, we went like, so I feel it. I feel like he's a grown man. He can present it any way he wants to. I'm going to support him. you know, I don't agree with everything he's done. I don't agree with everything he's done said. But at the same time, hey, he got to approach it whatever he got to do to win. And if he brings out the victory, all of it, like it's literally like so much is the balance. Because if that night we're like, yo, Wilder won, blah, 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 then it all don't matter. If he loses, we're all like, damn, you know, he should have did this. So we won't know till July, man. And that's the good part about this fight. This is a good part about this whole situation.
Hey, good point. Like, I hope ain't nobody misinterpreted me or misunderstood. I'm just saying what I would like to see. I like the silence, but I still would have liked to see him verbally, you know what I'm saying, let him know that, nigga, yeah, I said, I know you fucking did this, you know what I'm saying, and sell that revenge factor.
Me too, Marlo. And I was cool with him just not saying nothing at all. But I think it's just mentally weak for you to pick and choose that I'm not going to address it here. But then when I'm sitting in my hotel room, I could talk about you cheating, you know, for an hour in an interview after interview. That's just crazy to me.
If he's mentally weak, then he'll lose anyway, right? And then we'll know.
I don't think he's mentally weak.
I don't think so either. I don't think to sit there and say that, you know, maybe it's a bad decision or maybe he could have made, but you know, when we say things like mentally weak about somebody, when we infer that type of comment, you know what I'm saying? There's things like this is a boxing match. Let's be honest. There's things in life that really judges if somebody's mentally weak or not. So if he didn't want to talk that day, so be it. You know what I mean? But that don't mean like we can use that term like, hey, I'm just saying like, I think look, if you think he should have did it a different way, that's cool, you know, whatever. But we don't have to insult him that way. We don't have to insult no fighter that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's his assessment, bro. That you don't have to be taken as an insult because he said.
Oh no, I'm just okay. Yeah, I apologize. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I'm saying.
He ain't say he is. He said it just from his perspective, from where he's standing. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I apologize about that. I didn't mean to take it that way. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Hey, D-Lo, what you think? Hey, shout out to Underrated Darkness. My bad. Warzone. Salute. Up. Spirit of Justice said big facts. Warzone said salute to the corner. Salute Warzone. D-Lo, you there? All right, look, y'all.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man. With that whole situation, I mean, I'm just gonna talk about the press conference thing. And salute to y'all, by the way. But you know, to me, I'm the type of person that, man, you know what I'm saying, I done had my feel with the talking. You know what I'm saying? On a lot of instances. So with that, I don't know what people want to hear say. You know, we don't have the same thing over and over. And then on top of that, the man, you know what I'm saying, he got to be, you know what I'm saying, he got to.
Before you go on, you go in and out, bro. Like,
yeah, you make a good point, but we can't hear you, brother.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down for 10 minutes. I'm gonna get back on after that.
All right, man. Hey, yeah, man. And also just breaking it down, even after Wilder took that L, I still think Wilder can win. I still see things Wilder can do to destroy Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the costume and gloves and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's after the fight. But just looking at the fight, you know what I'm saying? Listening to the call, actually looking at the fight and seeing what I saw. You know what I'm saying? It was one mistake that Wilder made that changed the whole damn fight. You know what I'm saying? And that was he turned his head and Fury landed a punch in the back of his head. Fury is not.
How you feel about Fury talking about coming in about 300 pounds? How you feel about that?
Well, that's not no different than what he's been doing. Like that's his game plan to wear Wilder down. You know, Wilder usually come in at 220. You know what I'm saying? 225 or something like that. Sometimes 219, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was at 220 or 225 in the last Fury fight.
No, the last one he was at. That's the funny part I was talking about. He was at like 235, man. Like that was the biggest he had ever been at.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest he ever been, bro. So that probably fucked Wilder up too. You know what I'm saying? With his equilibrium, that extra weight. You know what I'm saying? And his equilibrium being fucked up. But I'm saying though, bro, like it was mistakes in there that Wilder made. You know what I'm saying? He pulled straight back. He turned his head. He got hit in the back of the head, knocked his equilibrium off. He wasn't knocked out sleep. You know what I'm saying? Fury did look pretty slick down low like that with the selection of punches, knocking down to the body, different little things Fury did good. But you know what I'm saying? Once again, they fought twice. You know what I'm saying? They fought twice. Wilder maybe wasn't expecting this Fury. I don't know what it was. Could have been the crowd. It could have been whatever it was. But I can see Wilder doing better than he did in the first fight. I can see if he used the check, if he used that check hook, you know what I'm saying, or try to set something else besides that straight right hand. I think Fury will have problems. You know what I'm saying? I can see it all. You know what I'm saying? From Wilder, and I can't see Fury doing nothing different than what he did in the second fight. But you know what I'm saying? Try to walk him down and try to make him miss and take advantage of little things that Wilder do. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of his defense, the weakness in his defense. That's all Fury can do. Good. If he fight like you fought in the first fight, you know what I'm saying? The outcome is going to be similar. You know what I'm saying? And if you fight it like he did in the second fight, it's a lot of things Wilder can do, man. A lot of things Wilder do that did in that fight that wasn't typical. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing really Fury can do, man. Either gonna get big, like you said, and try to walk the boy down, or hold him and wear him down and get him tired, and hope that take away his power in the later rounds. Or, you know what I'm saying, he try to box him. I think as long as Wilder come with a better game plan besides trying to wait on that straight right hand, I think he'll do good. I got Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I got Wilder knocking Fury out. You know what I'm saying? I've been wrong in the second fight. I ate crow. So, you'll see.
Yeah, a lot of us ate crow, but it's all good. You making a good point. That's what I was saying earlier, that, you know, Wilder by nature is a counter puncher, but it puts him in an odd. But the funny part, it's awkward for both of these guys to fight each other. They're both tall. It's a weird look for both of them. You know, like Wilder can touch Tyson in places where normally a normal fighter couldn't, and Tyson could do the same thing to Wilder. But his counter punching nature, like where he kind of moved back, I think he needs to come forward. I think he needs to be smart about coming forward, but he can't lay back because Tyson will be all over him.
But you know, he started late, so those mistakes, like, you know, as me as a Wilder supporter, those mistakes I can live with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna change up on you because you took an L. I'm gonna be hoping that you grow and see what I see, the things that you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? But anybody can get beat in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get beat. Even Mayweather had some tough ass fights. Hey, Warzone, salute. If you want to get on, man, anybody want to get on and share their thoughts, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no debate, this ain't no argument. We just chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? A little round table, you know what I'm saying? Giving off each other's thoughts, man. Your opinion is respected, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about this platform, man. We all got different angles, but we all love boxing, and that's the beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't never take nothing personal. I say if I'm out of bounds, I will apologize for it. But, you know, I love this game. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Shit, we brothers, man. You'll feel a type of way. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing to say, man. You know, it ain't like that, man. You know, whatever the scenario is, man. Ain't no hard feelings. You feel me?
Yep, always.
Players fuck up too. Gil Cole said Wilder had more excuses in one fight than in most fighters' career. Man, that's the shit that messed me up. That's why I don't get out here and go back and forth, man, unless we finna talk facts. Now, let's talk facts. If we definitely got to say Fury is a known bona fide cheater. It was some suspect things going on in the locker room by them putting that towel over the camera, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather talk skills, y'all. I don't want to talk conspiracies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk history. Fuck a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Because history will let you know what kind of motherfucker these two particular fighters is. All right, good luck. You know what I'm saying? They'll definitely let you know. And if you go look at Fury's history, bro, he ain't never defended his title. And he been a PED user, and he been caught tampering with his blood. You know what I'm saying? If we keep all that in perspective, shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't even really need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was some BS going on. Maybe it wasn't. But skill-wise, Wilder got to sharpen up, man. He got to bring his game. Ain't no more waiting on no right hands. Ain't none of that. I need to see check hooks. You know what I'm saying? I need to see you jabbing and hooking off the jab. I need to see all kind of different looks from Wilder, man. Them hands gonna have to stay busy. if that 250 pound 6'10" behemoth finna walk up to you. That's what I need to see from Wilder. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna hear me out here arguing about that cheating stuff, man. Cause if I was to argue about the cheating, I would just base it on Fury history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Wilder fell in love a little too much with he didn't. I think him knowing how good his power was putting him at, because look, man, when he fought Ortiz that second time, he did the same thing. He just kind of laid back, and then when Ortiz finally did a defensive shift, instead of parrying that punch, and he moved his head, and he saw him do it the first time, he did it the second time, he knocked him out. I think that, because if you think about, let's go back to his fights when he fought Stavern the first time, or when he fought Duhaupas, he punched more. Now he was just like, I just lean back, lay back, boom, right hand.
Stavern won, he hurt his hand.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the prettiest of boxing jobs. This is what I say, y'all, that I, when I did the two, man, Wilder can box. It's not the prettiest of boxing, but if you watch the Stavern one, you know what I'm saying, you will see him keeping a big guy up off him that's trying to walk him down. My bad to cut you off. I just wanted to add that in there real quick.
Oh no, you was perfect. That was a perfect feeling. You absolutely right. If he does, this is the thing. I know some people are like, oh, Malik Scott, this and that, and like I said, I only know so much about boxing training, but if the things that I see Malik Scott having him do, like keep moving. What you staring at? Okay, throw that punch. Don't let him rest. Move. Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? That stop taking a picture move. Fighting that Wilder sometimes get into. You know what I'm saying? If he actually does that, I can see that being effective. Staying busy, like you said, throw the hook, slip the jab, slip the check left hook. Throw up under the underside. Stuff like that.
Tighten up your high guard.
Yeah.
He should be loose as hell. But hey, look, to solidify your point, this is the difference between Malik Scott and OG. You know what I'm saying? Mark Breland. I don't agree. I always said, y'all go back and listen to the other video. Just add in, bring somebody else in, man. It's nothing wrong with bringing somebody else in. If you watch Breland on the pads, he's not as athletic and can move like Malik Scott. If you watch JD on the pads or with the body bag around him, he's not athletic and can move like Malik Scott. You know what I'm saying? So you having those guys just sitting there, it's not the same simulation as, like you were just pointing out, as somebody that's actually moving with you and watching you wait a little bit too long. You know what I'm saying? Watching you your steps and it's hesitant too long. He moving just as fast as you. J. Diaz and Mark Breland, they just a little bit too old, brother. But they advice is always should be needed in Wilder's camp, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on in their camp. I don't know why he fired them. It's none of my business. I'm just saying that it didn't necessarily have to end with a firing. I thought it always needed just an adding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just expanding on that point. Before the second fight, JD's, I remember I seen him. I don't know if it was the first fight or the second fight, but JD's had him kind of throwing a hook and right hook. I mean, it was like a 4 instead of a 2. And it was like, I was like, why is he having him throw that? And if you see how he was throwing the trajectory, to be honest, it was the first fight, because in the first fight, he was actually throwing his punches like that. So like I know you said before, Malik Scott being a little taller, a little more athletic, he got some aiming in the proper position. I think JD's in them is almost like just having a punching bag that's moving. Like you said, they don't give the right angle, and they're so, to be honest, they're so worried about the impact of those punches. JD's talking about he done broke ribs and stuff. It looks like they're almost flinching when he's throwing at them.
Man, go watch them workout videos with JD's and Breland holding the pads, bro. They nervous, real nervous when they hold them. You know what I'm saying? They more watching him making sure he landed on the mitts than they watching his footwork. You know what I'm saying? Where his feet at when he throwing it and all that other, all the other stuff that come with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking him, brother. I'm just saying, when you get a little up in the age, you know what I'm saying, it's better for you to sit back and observe and call and tighten it up than you in the middle and you using the pads and you in there working. I think it's a little bit different once you get up age. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Jay Brown?
I think for me, he needed some changes, whether he wanted to admit that it had to happen because of the loss, or but he needed to make some changes. Being a more athletic guy to be able to work with him was the best thing he could do. Somebody who's a former boxer. So I'm okay with the change in head trainer because it's gonna bring a new dimension that we haven't seen, and it's bringing an element of surprise that we probably wouldn't have had if he hadn't have changed training. So it's a good thing, especially in the rematches. It always gives that mystery, and always, you know, your opponent is wondering what different things you're gonna do, even though they might be saying in public that, you know, you're gonna revert back to what you've always been. Well, Tyson Fury didn't revert back to what he always been when he made his change in trainer. So I have to give Deontay Wilder the benefit of the doubt that he's taking it serious, and there's going to be some different elements to this fight for him. I'm expecting, you know, Fury to do more of the same of what he did in the second fight, which do it with just a little bit more veracity, because he has more confidence and belief that this was successful for him in the second fight. So there's no need for him to not think, you know, it's not going to work for him in the third fight. And honestly, that's the only way he can fight Wilder at this point. He can't fight Wilder on the back foot. He can't be dancing around. None of that stuff is going to work for him. He's going to get knocked out doing that. So I think both guys need to come forward. I think Wilder needs to stand his ground, and he needs to fight in spots where he needs to fight. And he has to constantly be the guy dictate. First, he has to throw lead left hooks. He has to jab to the body. He has to use angles. He has to throw hooks to the body. And the more left hand hooks and hooks to the body that he throws is going to line Fury up into a right hand. So the more his left hand is the most important punch in his fight. And if he doesn't utilize it correctly, he's going to lose.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Exactly, Chris, right in the motherfucking panel. Let me catch you up in the what's the name real quick, because I had stopped and went on a little rant. Gil Cole said Wilder got more excuses than Thurman fighting Spence. Hey, hey, y'all, just listening. You know, Gil Cole's he still ride with Thurman. I've been off of Thurman, man. But man, if y'all follow Thurman, y'all know everything he's saying is full of shizit. He said that he think Floyd Mayweather sick Spence on him. That's full of shiznit. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying, bro, like he's saying he gonna follow the boy up to 54. Maybe he gonna that's lies. Keith Thurman be making so many excuses, bro, about Spence, bro. It don't make no damn sense. And I just had to point that out. I seen what Gil Cole said, man. I know y'all been hearing him. Y'all been peeping what he been saying. D-Lo said, sorry, he in a bad area. It's all good, bro. Joseph Brown said his connection was bad. Gil Cole said Wilder was supposed to set the record straight about this cheating allegations. The truth is easy to explain. Yeah, should be. Warzone said, absolutely. He said, check, hook, and throw that right faster. He said, can't telegraph his spots with Fury. Yeah, man. Streamlab said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and join the fam. And also, man, everybody that make content, man, put your link in the chat, bro. Let's get familiar with each other. Hey, Warzone, you make content? I'm gonna come check you out if you make content. A good point, man. Good point. Warzone also said body is gonna be key. The body is gonna be key for Wilder to slow Fury down. Exactly, especially if he come in heavy. Warzone also said fact. Gil Cole said hopefully Wilder finds a way to deliver that right hand. Man, you don't have to. He can deliver that motherfucker with a hook, an uppercut. You don't have to throw the straight right. That motherfucker powerful, man. Warzone said Thurman a hype job. For real, man. I've been stop fucking with Thurman. Chris Rainer, what's good?
Hey, but that's a good point that he made about Wilder not telegraphing his shots. And how do you not telegraph his shots? You got to shorten up your shots. You got to snap your shots out there, your jab included.
Feints.
Your feints, your right hand. But Wilder don't really throw a lot of feints. But just him throwing the shot, snapping his shots out there, it'll allow him to get back in defensive position, and he'll be able to create his own counters off of that.
Yeah. Hey, but a person like Wilder, y'all, what y'all think? Wilder should throw feints. Yeah, everybody's scared of his right hand. Everybody's scared of his right hand. So if he feints, they gonna jump 9 times out of 10. I think Wilders need to incorporate all that shit. That Ali talk, that shit needs to be incorporated in this goddamn game since his name was brought in the conversation. Cause that's skill, brother. We talking skill. We talking a legendary man. You know what I'm saying? In and out the ring, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't hiding nothing. Ain't running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's Malik Scott, y'all. That wasn't Wilder that said it, but just saying. You know what I'm saying? Wilder need to incorporate some shit. A few little things in this game. You know what I mean?
You know what I like to see with Wilder? I like what I've been seeing lately, but the two things I think he needs that Rocky Apollo Creed type training regimen where he comes in the best shape of his life. Like, because he's gonna have to deal with all the weight and then Fury just coming at him and stuff like that. And I think if he can build up his stamina and his just being able to take on the weight, the more added weight that Fury is gonna come with, that'll be good for his legs, and then that'll be good for the later rounds. And then he needs to incorporate some inside games, some inside work, when because we all know that Fury's going to come and try to lean on him and stuff like that. So start working on them body shots when you're in the clinch, those little silent shots that nobody really talks about, but we know they give people, they give them a little bit of like, okay, let me let him go,
Yeah.
so Fury's not constantly clinching on him, because that's going to be Fury's game, is to constantly clinch on him and use his body on him. So like if Wilder can incorporate a clinch game, just digging shots, hard shots,
Take
I
a
think
to hit the back of the head up, bro.
yeah, hell yeah, everything, like get dirty with them, you know what I'm saying? Like get in there, hit them hard in the kidney, here and there, like you know what I'm saying? Give them some nasty shots when they're in the clinch. Also, like one of those, when they're coming in towards the clinch, and you see some of the fighters, they'll throw like a short little uppercut, a quick little uppercut, something like that too, man. Like that'll I mean, keep Fury from wanting to clinch, which that's what Wilder needs to not make Fury want to clinch all the time, because we know that's what he's gonna do. Clinch, lean on him, throw little short shots, and then step back, throws little 1-2, and then go back to the clinch. That's all he's gonna try to do.
That game, hey, Kurt, shout out Kurt Eric Monroe. Salute, bro. El Fenici. Salute, bro. What's good with you? Hey, Chris, I think he got to use that jab and have to be busy and stay busy. He do not want to be letting this motherfucker hold or grab on him at all. Oh, he jumped off. But I was just gonna say, yeah, you're right about that. If he do get up in there, start just getting dirty. I don't think he even want to hold. So that jab.
Yeah. See, no, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you can do your best to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody knows, like, you can't do it the whole fight. Like, it's gonna happen, but when it happens, he's got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like use that game plan, like let him come to you and do that, but we know he's gonna do it. So when he does do it, then you got something to compete, because a lot of the fight, when the last fight, when Fury would clinch with them, you just see Wilder just like letting them lean on them and not doing nothing back, and just basically, you know what I'm saying, like letting him have his way.
Yeah, I
And that's something that
understand
we
what you're
can't do.
saying. I understand what you're saying. Like he can't allow, because that's what they do at the Crump Gym. You notice a lot of their fighters, when they feel like their fighters has the size advantage, the physical advantage, or the weight advantage, they'll allow the bigger fight. They want their bigger fighters, you know what I'm saying, to use their jab when they get inside. You know what I'm saying, maul them. That's what a lot of Klitschko fights look like. He would use his jab, right hand, he would maul you, weigh on you, and then all of a sudden he start hit you with left hooks and get you up out of there. So that's exactly what they're going to implement against Wilder again because it was very effective. And Wilder should be working on that stuff right now in the gym. If he's listening, he should be working on those situations. So when he's in them, he's able to land some shots in the clinch. I think that's only a smart thing to do.
Hey, that's another thing, bro. That when you big, that's a game plan to where when you wear your opponent down, that make him get his hands down too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not just them hits to the body and all that. Once a fighter that fatigue make a coward of all men. You know what I'm saying? That you trying to get him tired as possible so you can get him to bring them hands down. So that's what they really doing. They really trying to get him, you know what I'm saying, to bring them hands down so he can, like you said, bring those hooks in, those harder shots up top when you do it.
Because that's part of game planning. You know, you don't just do what you do best. You still, like, you know, offensively, you still got to prepare defensively for what your opponent's going to do. So we know what Fury's going to do. He's going to do that. So that's what I'm saying. You got to implement some of that in your strategy and stuff like that, because it's going to happen. I've never seen one fight where one fighter just is able to stay away from something for the whole fight, the whole fight. Eventually, somebody catches up and gets to do something at least. You know what I'm saying? So just be prepared on all.
Prime example was fight one, bro. Remember, he was waiting on the right, landing that right hand the whole fight, and he finally landed that bitch.
Finally, at the end, yep, exactly.
Finally landed it, bro. It was weird. But let me catch up in the chat. Curtis Monroe said hello, everyone. El Fenici said salute to the Black Familia, Chapo, Goats, Melon, Mother. El Fenici said Wilder should use feints and throw more to the body. Yeah, man, that's what we're trying to break down. That's what I like to do, man. That cheating stuff, you know, it all comes out. Like we thought that Jimenez was cheating. You know what I'm saying? She was on something when she fought Cruz, and it ended up coming to be for real. She was really on some shit. Gil Cole said no inside work. Fury too damn big. Fury finna lean on Wilder all night. Yep. Gil Cole said Rainer trying to set Wilder up for an L.
He giving some good game. That's the game plan right there from Sugar Hill, man. That's what they're gonna do. I mean, if you guys think that Fury's gonna be dancing around the ring, throwing fucking jabs and waving at the crowd, that's not what he's gonna do, man. He's gonna come in there and try to maul him. He's gonna try to make it like a Klitschko fight.
Get over here. Yep. But yeah, I don't think I think he basically saying if he do get up in the inside, he gonna have to be dirty, not just settle for this dude riding on him all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Get him off you as quick as possible, even if it's to the back of the head or a kidney shot. Get dirty in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna do. So you do it. Make the referee warn you about the shit a few times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he stopped holding you by then. You know what I mean? Warzone said, love your channel and being sub for a while. He said, your fight calls are the shizit 100. Appreciate you. That's Trey X be on his full-fledged gang every time. Warzone say the truth. Hyphy say, hey, D, Wagwan. Salute, Hyphy. Building. Gil Cole said, Wilder need to use his jab and make Fury fight on his back foot, or just enough to keep Fury from pressing him. Yep. That's gonna be. I think the jab gonna be the key. Whether you hook or fake the jab, throw the hook, whatever. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? Throw them motherfuckers. Don't just settle, brother. When he in that motherfucker, do like you did Stavern when Stavern tried to pull toe. You know what I'm saying? Check hook and step to the side, get up out the way. You know what I'm saying? Jab his motherfucking ass, step to the side and get up out the way. You know what I mean? Gil Cole said, much respect, Chris Rainer. El Fenici said, I will make my pick now. I got Fury by TKO. Oh, shit. But yeah, man. That's what I want to see, man. I want to see that for Wilder, man. What we got the Tank Davis fight coming up, stepping up on us soon, man. How y'all think that's going to play out?
I got Barrios winning by upset. It ain't an upset to me, but it's an upset to many. I just think Barrios has too many attributes. I think he's too long. I think he's tall. I think he's got enough movement, and I think he's going to land stuff, and he could potentially hurt Tank. People seem to think that, Tank power is going to be the end all be all in this fight. Tank is going to have to set some things up, which he's capable of doing. But the only way that he's going to be able to set things up effectively is Barrios allows him to come in and do those things on the inside. And I just think Barrios is a smart enough young fighter where he's gonna move enough, use that jab because he's got a really good jab and he's got power. So don't think he can't hurt Tank. If he lands a clean shot on Tank, he can put Tank in trouble. So this by no means is an easy fight for Tank, like everybody seems to think. And I actually got my money on Barrios.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good pick, because I think Tank definitely gonna be the favorite. But I see this being similar to the Santa Cruz fight. I see it playing out similar, man. I see it stoppage. I see Barrios fighting his tail off. You know what I'm saying? I see Barrios doing his thing because he throw punches and bunches. He works off the jab. Barrios pretty. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no pushover. I'm saying. And Tank gonna have to come forward like he did, man, and try to get up in there and counter punch. But I see Tank stopping him. I see him stopping him.
Hey, man, speaking on that, that's the thing about it is, I mean, can we all agree that probably this is Tank's most stiffest test? You know, this is probably the best fighter that he's fought. I think it's going to tell a lot about. It's going to tell a lot about. Yeah, especially on pay. I think it's going to tell a lot, man. Here's the thing about it. I think, you know, I think a lot of people are I think maybe they're just falling into the thing that, you know, Barrios is, you know, everybody thinks this guy's just random and stuff. It's funny to me that they took this fight because kind of a lot of his physical attributes were the type of things that I thought they were trying to avoid for Tank. But maybe they feel like it's time. You know, maybe this is his opportunity. I don't even know how to call it. I got a coin flip on this one, man. I think it can go either way. I've never seen Tank get in enough adversity where, like, I don't know how he'll take it. I don't know what kind of chin he has really. So this is the excellent fight. I think if he gets through this, it says a lot about Tank, and then maybe he's ready for some of these other 140-pounders. He's not going to be fighting no Josh Taylor or anything like that. I don't think that's never going to happen. But it's going to be a statement fight, man. Either way, you know. It's finally we're going to see what Tank is if he's really everything, if he's the goods. Because we can say what we want, but the truth of the matter is we haven't seen him in a situation to really prove that. You know, we could put Leo Santa Cruz in there, but I think I had lost respect for Leo Santa Cruz years ago. You know, so, but I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. And that was an excellent win, but I think this is the toughest fight of his career.
Hey, I ain't mistaken. I think these dudes sparred each other too, bro. My mistake. I think they're familiar with each other. They got some kind of history. So I don't think he putting himself. He think that he putting himself in danger. Probably the fans probably would be looking at it like he putting himself in some danger. But I don't think he is, man. I believe they sparred before I recall. I could be wrong though, man. I think this is too comfortable for Big Nose. I say Big Nose, I forget his name, Little Ellerby, to be putting Tank in, you know what I'm saying, when he had fights down there at the other divisions, he could defend titles, you know what I'm saying, to still hold it down, to jump to 140, and it ain't even a real world title, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that stuff is irritating. Well, no, it's not a championship, but like I said, when you got 8 belts in every division, I guess, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's goofy.
Yeah, that's a secondary title. Because the real world title, your mother got that on his waist with 3 other belts. You know what I'm saying?
Is it the WBA regular?
No, I think that's a super is the world title. I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell somebody the other day about that because we were getting into about Thurman and stuff. And I was trying to explain that the super WBA champion does not have mandatories ever. Like that's the point of you having the super belt. The WBA regular is the one that has to fight the mandatories. You know, WBA's funny style, man.
No, the world title, I think the super, whichever one is the world title, you got mandatories. That the regular don't got mandatories.
I'm pretty. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure I could have swore that the super is the one that didn't, because that's what Canelo has is the super WBA. So I think it's one of those is the one that doesn't make it. So no, not Canelo. Excuse me. One of those, I'm not sure which one it is. Doesn't have mandatories, but I'll check real quick just to make sure.
I get your point though. I definitely get your point though. It's kind of crazy how they push it, but they push it for the casual. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not no important fight. You know what I mean? This motherfucking fight right here not gonna get you in no Hall of Fame, but it is a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna give Tank all the credit in the world if he wins, and I'm gonna give Barrios all the credit if he wins. You know, this is a big fight either way for both guys' careers. They're both young guys,
Yep.
and it can launch Barrios into the mainstream with a big win over Tank. And this could let everybody, like King of Kings was saying in regard to Tank, this is the stiffest competition that not a lot of people are saying is the stiffest competition up to date. I think this is one of his toughest fights so far, and I'm picking Barrios for the reasons that I just listed. I just feel like he's been at the weight. He's a bigger guy. He's got really decent footwork. He's been working with black trainers, obviously. So he's not the typical Mexican flat-footed fighter like we tend to see with a lot of Mexican fighters. And he's a better version of Leo Santa Cruz, in my opinion. With, he sets up his shots a lot better than Leo Santa Cruz. He's just not throwing shots out there and not recognizing that the other guy can possibly counter him, or when he's getting countered.
Yes, I see that. But he more sharper. But they both let their hands go, but his more sharp, in my opinion, more sharper looking. You know what I'm saying? Then he work off the jab, so I can agree with that. But it's gonna be similar though, man. And Santa Cruz wasn't like Tank was just running over Santa Cruz now. You know what I'm saying? If the fight would have went the distance, Santa Cruz probably would have ended up getting the split or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
It was a rough fight for Tank. And that's why I say I don't see why they jumped into Barrios. They had to have some type of familiarity with this motherfucker just to be coming off a fight like that to go against a bigger, longer, stronger guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's already been in the division. Just didn't make sense. D-Lo, what's up with it? Get your thoughts off, man.
Hey, what's going on, man? You hear me all right?
Oh yeah, you clear, loud and clear, you good.
Yeah, I was around outside the house trying to do something. Yeah, man, on this Tank fight, at first, I was kind of on the fence, saying, okay, the size, the guy going to have a reach advantage, you know what I'm saying? He's not a pushover, he's a pretty aggressive fighter, got some skills, you know what I'm saying? Barrios, got a little dog in him. But, man, I really, you know what I'm saying? I already knew when they first started talking about the fight that I was kind of impartial because I never really felt that high on Barrios, right? Like I kind of look at Barrios like I do George Spencer. Like the guy seems to have everything that it takes to really go to the next level, but it's like, when is it gonna happen? It's like, to me, Barrios has been in fights that I felt like, you know what I'm saying, he should have looked a lot better than he did, and he had some struggles. I mean, and I know that comes with boxing. But I just can't, in looking at the performances that I've looked at his last, say I might have seen his last 3 or 4 fights when they happened. And I went back and looked at 2 of them. And I just don't see nothing there that I don't think Tank's gonna get by without a whole lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just being honest. And I've been wrong before. I could be very wrong. But I'll be honest, man, I think Tank gonna get this boy out of there quicker than he did Leo.
Hey, that you said quicker though, huh?
Quicker.
Okay. I see him stopping him, man. I don't know how it's gonna be because Barrios says his shots are pretty good, like Jake Brown was saying. He don't just let his hands go and just put his head down, let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He will try to fight off the back foot type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But the key gonna be like you said though. I think it's gonna be a counter punch, Jay Brown. I think it's gonna be a deadly counter, bro. Like it's gonna be something vicious.
See, Marlo, that's why I'm thinking that way, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Leo boxed with Tank, but for the most part, Tank was the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? But Leo just volume of punches. You know what I'm saying? Got it. but eventually, that's also what got Leo stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I can see Barrios coming forward, being the aggressor, and getting caught with something.
Yeah. Early though.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good breakdown, man. Hey, what you was gonna say about the Wilder situation, the press conference?
Yeah, man. What I was saying was, you know, I just ain't, you know, with all that, you know, listening to them talk about the same stuff over and over. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man said what he had to say about it. Fury done said what he had to say. To me, I don't see anything to be gained with them rehashing that face to face. To me, it's just more risk than, you know what I'm saying, it's worth. I mean, when Wilder says he got a serious, you know what I'm saying, like he got a real axe to grind with this guy, I can't help but to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think in some situations it's best to just get through the moment to get to what you got planned. And I didn't really want a whole bunch of back and forth because I just felt like it's, you know what I'm saying, it lends itself to an opportunity for something to go wrong. And you know what I'm saying, you know, Wilder, just like you, just like me, just like everybody else, they know what their buttons are, they know what their limits are, and they know what they can stand to tolerate for a certain amount of time. And if you got a real serious issue with a person, and you know what I'm saying, I understand these guys are athletes, they're supposed to get in the ring and handle it. But if you got a serious issue and you know what I'm saying, you're on the verge of feeling like you really don't even care about getting in the ring, you just want to bring it to this guy, having a back and forth conversation about something that you accuse them of and them saying it didn't happen. And you know how Fury is. Fury probably would have said something sarcastic, like, yeah, I'm going to do it again because your corner's incompetent. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So it to me, it just wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care for that. I was glad it went off without something stupid happening. That's, you know what I'm saying? That was just the way I looked at it. Now, with all that being said, when you got all these reasons, excuses, whatever you want to call it, and then we get to the third fight. For both guys, for Fury, the third fight needs to look like the second fight. You know what I'm saying? His gloves need to look the same, all of that stuff. For Wilder, if he's saying what he's saying, the third fight better not look nothing like the second fight. Otherwise, to me, I don't even want to hear about none of that stuff at that point. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, do it, get it over in the ring. You know, do all your talking in the post-fight press.
Yeah, I agree. I was just saying, as far as selling the fight, you know what I'm saying? I would like and let him respond to it in his face and use it in the stance. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know what I'm saying, it's what it is.
Do you want to see the fight any less?
No, not me. I'm watching regardless.
Right. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, I'm being serious. I mean, I think the people who are going to support the fight are going to support the fight. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you might pull in a couple, you know, a few more casuals because of some foolishness or you know, some back and forth running your mouth and all that. But I really think this fight gonna sell itself. But yeah, I mean, the fighters do have an obligation to try to, you know, say, well, I ain't gonna say that, man.
Let's be real though, Dilo.
We got promoters. Promoters need to promote the damn
sport of boxing is hurting, bro.
It is.
We need that from this caliber of fighter. Let's be real. It ain't like this. You know what I mean? Who else?
That ain't why the
heavyweight. It's the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? You got a slick talking, what do you call this? A gypsy king. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a brother. You know what I'm saying? The king himself, who feel cheated. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Disrespected, stepped on. You know what I'm saying? When have we just went silent? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it could have. Go ahead. What you say? I was just gonna say he could have went silent that time. You know what I'm saying? Just don't even answer that nigga. Let him. You know what I'm saying? Do your your best Ali impression. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that he had the confidence he can do it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he is in terms of his level of hater. You know what I'm saying, with this man. I done been in a situation where I had to do business with somebody that I had a serious beef with. You know what I'm saying? But we had to separate one from the other, and we had no dialogue other than handling what we had to handle. Outside of that, it was nothing, and there was always somebody else around to make sure it didn't get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and it wasn't, we weren't making nowhere near the kind of money these guys stand to lose. So I look at it like, man, we done seen a lot of fights that where they had post-fight, pre-fight pressers. You had, like, look at Lennox Lewis and Rockman. They got the fight on ESPN. You had Tyson, well, yeah, Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis got the fight. Mike Tyson bit Lennox Lewis on the ankle. Yeah, all that stuff sell the fight. But when you got a guy like Wilder that done been injured as much as he have, I don't want Wilder tussling with Fury on the stage and mess around and break his hand in the damn fight, get off. You know what I'm saying? Get on. So, you know, I mean, that's just the way I look at it, man. I mean, it like, me, I feel like as fans, we done got cheated out of so many fights, right? The last thing I want is two guys trying to promote a fight and fuck up the fight. Excuse my language, mess up the fight. So that's kind of the way I look at it, man. I mean, the sport of boxing is hurting because we're not getting the fights. It ain't because these fighters aren't promoting themselves. These promoters and matchmakers aren't putting the fights together, man. I mean, even we praise PBC, but man, even Errol Spence was begging. You know, I don't want to say begging because some people look at that as an insult, but Errol Spence was asking for fights repeatedly from the so-called top guys at the PBC at 147. It took Mikey Garcia coming up from 140, going to pay-per-view with Errol before them guys want to start calling his name. Soon as he went to pay-per-view, all of a sudden them guys wanted to fight. And you know what I'm saying? So nobody was pressing these guys to make them fight Errol until they wanted to fight. And that's what's wrong with boxing.
Yeah, speaking of, let's expand on that thought about the PBC. Oh, yeah, thank you. Expand on that thought about the PBC is the PBC don't got enough like UFC in it. Like UFC, Dana White be like, this is what the PBC do. It'll come in there and be like, okay, you got these three guys. You gonna make this money, this money, this money. Which one you want to take? And so the dudes are like, oh, well, let me get that one. Because look, if you get $5 million for fighting Spence, but you get $3 million for fighting Gallegos or somebody like that, then you're gonna take the $3 million and just keep on making those. And so whereas like if, you know, you look at the UFC or something like that, they be like, nah, this the next dude, you fighting him. It's not a discussion. It's like, okay, you here fight him or you not in the league no more. Now PBC, I knew what they were trying to do. Like the premise was they were trying to bring boxing back to the mainstream. They're trying to make boxing income more off promotion and what's that, commercials and all that type of stuff. But the problem is because the fighters weren't going along with it, because the fighters weren't willing to take the L. Let's be honest. If we saw Thurman fight Arrow and he got beat, does that really take the matter that he still beat two of the three that were in the top four? I mean, do we really say Thurman's a bum because he lost to Arrow? He just lost to one of the three. I mean, look, we all think Tommy Hearns is one of the best fighters of all time. He lost to a couple of the top dudes in his era, but we don't even think about it. So I just think there's too much choice with the PBC. I think they used to have more fights on that was more frequent, but I think there's 2 years that they didn't spoil the fighters where they think they only need to fight twice a year. But for their health to be good fighters, a lot of those dudes need to be fighting 3 times a year. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. And like Marlo said earlier, Charlo taking this fight, I gotta give him respect. Yeah, I don't think this is one of the higher level fights, but at least he's staying busy and he's still fighting. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Y'all tripping on me?
We was watching some you had on the screen.
Oh, okay. This that Wilder Fury one.
Two undefeated greats, December 7th. You can see very special. Both huge, both undefeated fighters.
Y'all remember this? I'm on mute.
No, we can hear you. I heard you.
I was trying to find something though. I didn't know. I I was trying to work the spreadsheet. That was my video, so I can't get no strike.
Oh, okay, I was about to turn your page off for a minute. I'm just...
You won't be able to know, but that ain't boxing, is it? Afterwards, I'm sure I'm going to get him a job working in an LA strip club. No,
I was there.
But the moves, if you're grinding at home, because after this, you'll never get another payday. Are you auditioning?
That was me recording that shit, y'all. That's why I ain't. That's on my channel too. But I would just want to try to find this where I show D-Lo. But this what the boxing need, man. You know what I'm saying? They did good the first fight selling it. They did good the second fight selling it. And then it was a whole bunch of drama leading up to the third fight that was already out there on record that motherfucker was saying. You know what I'm saying? And this would have been the perfect timing, bro. That's all. I was just trying to find that spot out so I can show you they whole little history background to where, you know what I mean?
Well, I think, but that's the funny part is like, but like D-Lo said, they've done that. Maybe this changed the narrative of why they're going completely quiet. Look, Wilder looked crazy, not like crazy in a bad way, but I was like, look, man, you know as full as well as I do, Marlo. The dude you got to worry about is the one that's quiet. So he looked at like the way even though he's sitting there bopping his head, but when they came up and did the face off, like, you know, everybody's like, oh, this guy neither one of these dudes is afraid, but they're aware of the situation, and that's what I like. It's this. I don't think they need to do all the extra stuff because I think the fight is going to. People are starved for entertainment right now. This is the biggest fight in boxing that's actually been made. They've made the fight 3 times, you know. So I think it. I don't know, man. I don't think it needs all the bravado at these press conferences.
We got YouTubers coming to the sport, putting more on, bro. Like it's weird how I'm looking, bro. Like I'm looking around, I'm looking at the landscape, and for us to be cool with that, and then later on for another circumstance to say. Because I feel like this, bro. Ain't no way in hell Terrence Crawford shouldn't be at the negotiating table, you know what I'm saying, with numbers. All the fans he got, all the arguments that's going on motherfucking YouTube and social media, Instagram and all that. And this motherfucker barely selling 1,000 pay-per-views and shit, 10,000 seats, pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, we doing bad as a sport. So we need, you know what I'm saying, that the heavyweight division is the division that all the casuals tune into. You know what I'm saying?
But how much of that we gonna blame on the format too? Look, here's the other thing. If they are still trying to use this pay-per-view model, you got me backloaded, D-Lo.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. We still using it, man. I just think, man, like I liked it what the PBC was doing, trying to make it mainstream, make fights more regular on TV, and then. You know, pay-per-view is cool and all, but you know, the most you're gonna get nowadays is 500,000. So you closing off the fights, man, that people want to see, man. Like, could you imagine this fight? I know financially it'd be impossible, but could you imagine this fight had been on regular Fox?
Hell no, this pay-per-view for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So the truth of the matter is the same group of people are going to pay for this fight, man.
Yeah. It did okay though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that just understand pay-per-view, not like the $1 million days is over, man. Even for UFC, they can't pull that type of gate. It's gonna be like 300,000, 500,000.
Floyd just did it with a YouTuber. Them YouTubers had a whole bout, a whole card, nothing but YouTube versus TikTokers. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
But the problem is those dudes are master marketeers, man. They're not like, it's not the boxing. They could have did a pie eating contest and would have sold a bunch of tickets.
Hey, bro, I've been a fan of the sport for decades, brother. I ain't got no butts for boxing, bro. For real. I ain't got no butts. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity knocks. This is putting more money in his pocket. I'm not saying, bro, the man was wrong. The man was right. I said something that I thought it could have been done. That perfect opportunity was there. The backstory, everything was there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying the man is right or wrong. I'm not posing the question if it's right or wrong. I'm saying this is what we need to support, bro. This is the opportunity we need to bring in these fans like in, bro. People like drama. You know what I'm saying?
And not to interrupt you, but D-Lo, every time you go off, man, we get a bad echo, brother.
Go ahead, D-Lo. Go ahead, get yours off. Though.
Hey, yeah, I didn't even mean to unmute my mic. My bad. Shoot, man. Guess since I unmuted, let me think of something to say. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, man. To you know what I'm saying when it comes to the promotion side of it, and yeah, fans seem to like chaos, especially casual fans. You know, and we got to be honest with ourselves. And I've said this before. You know, while we are the ones who really truly love the sport and we support the sport, pretty much rain, sleet, hail, snow, whatever, and the casuals come in when it's a fight that, you know what I'm saying, is a mainstream event or something like that, or you got a YouTuber on there or some gimmick fight or whatever the case may be, they do outnumber us by a lot. And when you want to move the sport forward, you got to bring the casuals in. That's why I got to a point on my channel, you know, I stopped talking, you know what I'm saying? I stopped trying to talk down on casuals. You know what I'm saying? I stopped when somebody come in and ask some silly question, you know what I'm saying? I used to kind of be, you know, arrogant or, you know, pompous about it and be like, man, if you don't know, then you just don't know nothing about boxing, you know, but I kind of got to the point where I was like, man, boxing need those guys. And if they're going to come to my channel and ask me a question about something and they're serious, they're not trolling, you know what I'm saying? If I really care about the sport of boxing, why would I be a jerk and, you know what I'm saying, kind of turn them away or try to crap on them because they don't have certain knowledge, you know, because I don't know everything either. You know, I go somewhere and I ask a question, sometimes people might think I'm being funny because they feel like I should know. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, when you got other stuff going on, sometimes you're just out of the loop. You know, you just don't know about something that done transpired. So, you know, I do feel like, you know, you got a good point, man. You got to sometimes the spectacle, the chaos, the noise is what brings in the legions of fans, and some of them may not stay. They may come just for that event, and if they don't like the outcome, just say they coming in because they want to see Wilder lose. And then if he goes in and he wins the fight, those guys aren't gonna buy his next fight. You know, say he's fighting Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Some of those guys, you know, some of those fans, a lot of those fans may say, you know what I'm saying, I'm not coming in to support that. I want to see the black guy get beat by the white guy. You know,
hey, one Mike 14, salute and welcome. DJ Zion Love, salute King. He said salute Kings. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you. I just wanted to keep the chat.
No, man, you got to do that, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're giving us their time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, us just talking on a panel and not entertaining the chat, we might as well just do it on Hangout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I definitely respect that, man. And that's one thing I will say, man, getting off topic, but that's one thing I've always appreciated about this channel is that, you know what I'm saying, the chat has a voice. You know what I'm saying? And the chat has a voice without having to go broke spinning super chats just trying to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. And you know what I'm saying? And it made me say that when I start doing live streams, I'm gonna make sure I attend to my chat as well.
Yeah, man. Shit, that's what it's about, man. We trying to bring it in, man. We can discuss. You don't have to agree with us. We ain't finna argue, and we're gonna respect your opinion, and we're gonna eat crow, or you gonna eat crow. You know what I'm saying? El Fenici been eating the most crow. You know what I'm saying? You see, he's still around.
It's a delicacy there.
It's an acquired taste. Let me catch up though, real quick. I was right, right here. El Fenici, Gil Cole said Tank gonna stop Barrios. I agree with you. El Fenici said Barrios by TKO. Gil Cole said Tank got a chin. Yeah, he do. Warzone said I seen Tank handle welterweights and middleweights in sparring and hurting them too. He said Tank 5th round KO. I gotta rock with you on that, Warzone. El Fenici said I was disappointed in Wilder. He said he could have at least said something. He seen worry. I ain't taking it as worry, but I'm looking at it as a whole, bro. Like the opportunity is there for the fighters, man, because we're not getting big fights, bro. We ain't even getting fights we want to see. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them. You know what I mean? Sell this motherfucker, man. You've been selling it. It started from, that's why I showed that video. That was the first fight, y'all. I went to the presser. It was out here in California, in LA. I went to the presser. Fury was selling the hell out of it. Wilder was saying his little piece, but he was being quiet still then. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. Second fight, you know what I'm saying? He was a little more talkative, but he was still quiet then. This time he was quiet the whole, you know what I mean? That's all, bro. Like we need this, bro. Like we need this bad, bro, for the sport, bro. We need the heavyweights to step it up. But we need to see the winner fight AJ. You know what I'm saying? We need them to sell the fuck out of that one too. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the UK fans separating themselves, you know what I'm saying, from the States fans. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. This ain't no goddamn. You know, of course we're gonna root for our country, man. Of course we're gonna root for our fighter. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, that's how we gonna come together. The Australian fans be showing love and they root the hell for their Australian fight. They be losing like a mug. You know what I mean? They be drunk in this motherfucker chilling. You know what I mean? Like that's what it needs to be, bro. Like we don't need to be doing all that hate. Let's talk about the skill. Let's line this shit up with skill. You know what I'm saying? All that hate and shit. Like that's why a lot of channels I don't be wanting to sit there for long because it end up being a politic thing, trying to separate the country. Oh no, stay away from these guys, or don't be around those guys. You know what I'm saying? It get weird, bro. And
yeah, we're not big enough. We're not big enough as a community to be like that, man. Like
right.
To me, there was somebody. Look, I'm gonna be honest, man. There were some guys that I really enjoyed their analysis of boxing, but I don't know who. Somebody gave them a check or something, and they just went off the deep end for no. It was. Look, let's like if we're gonna break down the fights, and you have a different opinion, that's cool. But why gotta be personal? The truth be told, we don't know none of these people for real. Like I don't know. Look, I know people in my regular life that's worse than them, or or better. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it boxing. You know, when we start getting into all this other goofy stuff, it just sours everything, and it's not enough of us for us to be doing that. You feel me?
We're really supposed to be going back and forth about styles. You know what I'm saying? Skills. You feel me? Resumes and things like that. We ain't supposed to be going about how skinny a motherfucker is, how fat a motherfucker is, out the ring. You know what I'm saying? When they ain't
somebody's nipples.
Yeah, motherfucking nipples and all that old extra stuff like that. That's when it get weird. Like you got to get up out of there. Like, come on now. I come to talk about skill, drink my little drink, smoke my little tree. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, I'm gonna see if I'm wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat this crow. Man, I don't never see the other guy. Well, here we do. You know what I'm saying? Our community, bro, we got some stand-up people, but we got people come to the gym and talk all that crap. And then we don't even see them, bro. At the end of the fight, they gone. They gone out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And they lose connection real quick when their fighter loses. Oh, yeah, man. Then they did. Hey, what's funny is they disappeared for like 3 weeks, and you be like, man, you could come on back. We got some hot sauce on that crow.
Yeah, man, all we gonna do is have El Fenici serve you up a plate. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But yeah, man, that's all I be trying to do, bro. Have fun and shit. I be getting passionate too. Don't get me wrong. If I get out of hand, a motherfucker feel intimidated or something, you know what I'm saying? Say something, but I'll tone it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. El Fenici said, I think Water is a little shook, honestly, and he my boy. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that assessment. One Mike 14 said, Water didn't want to jeopardize the fight. He couldn't take any chances. It was very hard for him to get this fight. Oh, I read that already. But yeah, man, I don't know if it was hard because I think he was confident as far as the interviews I know, but I see what you mean. El Fenici said, it's hard to talk shit when you get your ass kicked the way Wilder did. At this point, he just want to fight and get his lick back. He said, I just hope Wilder don't hold so much. Hey, he lose focus. I read that's everybody talking right here. One Mike 14 says, salute Marlo and the rest of the panel. Eric R in the Jizzin, salute fam. He said, yeah, Wilder nervous. He putting a world of pressure on him. Eric R said also salute family. Down the 4 horsemen on the panel. Hyphy, what's good with it, fam?
Yo, Wagwan, what you saying?
What's your take on it?
Which one? Which topic first?
Well, whichever one you want to get in, the presser or the whatever we was talking about.
I just wrapped it into addressing a few things them say about nervousness or confidence, whatever. Honestly, I don't think neither guy was nervous because honestly, they both playing their part. The same way I seen Fury playing his part to sell the fight. I seen Wilder playing his part to sell the fight. Wilder is basically trying to play this, like, you know, he's so serious and he just so eager to get his hands on him that, you know, he want to destroy Fury, that he ain't playing no games with him, and, you know, he ain't gonna say nothing. Like, homie, that's a fucking role he playing. Excuse the language. That's a role that he playing. So I said both of them dudes is playing a role to sell the fight. I ain't see no nervousness from none of them. They just both playing a role. It's a skit.
Yeah. And anything else y'all want to get on, man? Because I think we're gonna talk about the Charlo fight. What you think about that, Jaime?
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be the fight we paying attention to the most since the other fight got canceled. But yeah, his opponent, I really think that Montiel is gonna try to sell out. He can't really take it the way that he could dish it, and he know that Charlo could dish it. So I think he's just gonna sell out, and you know what I'm saying, he gonna go for it. He willing to get knocked out to try to win, because he know damn well he ain't about to outbox him. So I think that is gonna make for an entertaining one, because at least on Charlo's side, he always bring entertainment from that side as far as what he do in the ring.
Right. What about that Inoue fight? You think Inoue gonna stop his opponent?
Yeah, I pick Inoue by stoppage, honestly. Well, y'all got the same thing, Inoue by stoppage.
Yeah, we picked him by stoppage also. Eric R said if Tyson go to put his weight on Wilder, he said, I'll hit that dude in the knees up. He said, with all I got. He said, then put together a plethora of body shots. Yeah, that's what Chris Brandon was saying, man. Be dirty in there. Yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't mind him being dirty in there neither.
Yeah, he got a point, man. I would love to see Wilder with a little mean streak. I would love to see, you know, a little nasty, like, let me just pop you in the nuts one time. You know what I mean? Do it, man. Make him uncomfortable.
Yeah. It'd have been the back of his goddamn head if he hold rabbit punch.
Yeah, I hope he got that in him. You just know sometimes fights, they get real dirty, and you got to show the dude you willing to go that route if he is. I want Wilder to come out doing that stuff, but as soon as Fury do anything, I hope he just let it be known. Look, I'm willing to go to that length also. It is what it is.
Not good. Get Bernard Hopkins dirty shit. Hey, anything y'all want to go in, man? Them all the topics. I ran through everything I was looking forward to talk about, but y'all want to chop it up about anything else, we can. If not, we can.
I bring it. I keep it a little bit refreshing, so I kind of just came in. Sean, if you don't mind, we talk a little bit of basketball. Last time we tried to, it kind of got messed up. But you know, after we talked some more boxing, so was it disappointment that Teofimo not fighting anymore this weekend, or what? Y'all just don't care?
Yeah, I'm not even tripping. I don't even like that fight for him. He should go in there and tear Ken Bosa's ass up. But I ain't even tripping, man. It is what it is. I'm just tripping. You know what? I am tripping about those. The whole card is changed. We're not gonna get Franchon. Yeah, we ain't gonna get the Franchon Crews. We're not gonna get the motherfucking Hunter fight. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get none of them fights no more.
I was just about to ask y'all how y'all feel about. Go ahead, King.
Oh yeah, no, exactly, man. T.O., man, that fight wasn't big enough to just squash the whole card, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, all he did was us a favor because there was a lot of boxing to be on one weekend. And man, we need to, it need to be centralized around the brothers. It's Juneteenth. Let's do this, man.
Hey, how you feel about because Michael Hunter, he was supposed to fight Hergovich for, I think it was to determine who was gonna be that number one.
Yeah.
To get a shot.
Was that the WBO? Was it the WBO?
I can't remember which one it was for sure.
One of them
yeah, but look, he said, look, I'm turning it down because they offered me a bag that I just could not turn down. Now for it to be canceled, I'm like, damn, he looked like the loser out this whole situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I seen that. I was like, man, that's fat. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't postpone everybody because one dude caught COVID-19. Man, you got to maintain those camps now, and and you might, man, they should just let the fights go on. Even if it's not televised, that's a waste, man. You peeking to go this weekend. They already bumped it off one weekend, so now you're gonna delay it for 2 months. That's a joke, man.
L-Dub said it was the IBF. Yeah, that's who I heard it from, y'all. Shout out to L-Dub. Hey, if y'all ain't subscribed to Lawrence Williams, that's L-Dub Boxing in the chat. Make y'all subscribe to the brother, man. He follow all the weight classes, and he put you up on game, man. He watch all the fighters.
If y'all want to hear about guys that's not the same 6-7 fighters, that's the channel to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He follow them all, man. You know what I mean? He be knowing about the up and comings, who put you up on game, who to keep your eye on, things like that. Man. Shout out to L-Dub, man. Doing a good job. He holding it down.
He might not know the Tank Davis girlfriend that got cheated on and nothing like that, but
right.
Said, if y'all want boxing news, that's who y'all go follow.
He definitely know their records, you know what I'm saying? And he'll give you his take on their style. You know what I'm saying?
Not their net worth and all that stuff.
Yeah. Good channel to follow. Hey,
he's the one to turn me on the boots, man. So salute to salute to him.
Yeah, that's L-Dub. That's Lawrence Williams.
Hey,
wow.
Yeah. Let me speak on L-Dub just a minute. You know, there's one thing I will say about L-Dub. You go over there, you're gonna come out of the chat having learned something you didn't know before you went in. You know what I'm saying? When these guys are fighting these fighters, or they start mentioning these people in the rankings, or they might be fighting this guy, and you're like, who? You go to L-Dub channel, he can tell you who the guy is, who he trained with, who his trainer is, who he done sparred, who he done fought. You know, might know a little bit about his amateur pedigree, but you're going to learn something about these guys that you got question marks about. And, you know, when you start wondering why these guys are in the rankings and stuff like that, he's like, hey, they put him in the rankings because they probably finna put him in position to fight somebody for an interim title or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Much respect to L-Dub. He do his thing over there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so if y'all ain't subscribed, man, make sure y'all subscribe to L-Dub. We definitely try to support each other over here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Hey, but
go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you, what would you add? I mean, let me catch up in the chat though. It ain't that many. Eric R said Earl versus Manny. Oh, yeah, we can chop it up about that too. El Fenici say fact. Oh, y'all want to hear that? All right. They want to hear Pac versus Spence. So we'll talk about that. Eric R said, I'll be liking the wait till we get closer, but I ain't got no problem talking about it. But Eric R said, man, my 76ers better finish these Hawks out. Eric R also said, when they said Teofimo tested positive, I don't know why my first mind was juicing. Nah, you know what it was though. But yeah, though,
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask if you know, we had already did like a little post-fight recap on Stevenson and all that, so we really don't got to touch on the fights from last weekend. But have y'all been hearing like just any of the criticism regarding his performance?
Nah, I ain't really been looking forward. To be honest, like I heard one video, I think they say Tim Bradley or something had something to say. I believe, and I didn't even go watch the video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how they do, especially ESPN, they ain't gonna speak on it. You know what I mean?
I'll let one of y'all kick it off as far as Pacquiao Spence. You know, I just kind of chime in. I really ain't too interested in it, but go ahead.
Kings D-Lo, what y'all give y'all take on Pacquiao and Spence, man? What the fight mean and how y'all seeing it playing out?
Man, for me, you know, I mean, what right, wrong, or indifferent, I had hopes that Manny was gonna get his title back and it would be for that third belt. You know, them guys fighting for 3 belts. But from what I saw on Twitter today, I think it was Twitter or maybe Instagram, Ugas posted that he had a fight date to defend his title for his first title defense. So that leads me to believe that he's defending that super title, but you know, who knows? It could be the regular. I don't know. But if all the belts are on the line, all 3 of those belts, I'm not gonna say all the belts like Bud's belt don't mean anything. But if all 3 of those belts on the line, I mean, to me, it makes the fight bigger. But at the end of the day, it's Manny Pacquiao, so it's still a huge fight. I think at this point, Pacquiao in a meaningful fight versus a top tier guy is going to be bigger and bigger the closer we get to his retirement, which he could be. We just never know. He could be one fight away from retirement. So with that being the case, I feel like the fans are definitely gonna have an interest in the fight. The fans that, some of the fans, like I just talked about a little while ago, that don't really tune in for other fights. They're more fighter fans than they are fight fans. So they tend to tune in when they got their favorite fighters fighting or the fighter that they support. So I feel like, Pacquiao fight, although it's, probably past time for him to, close out his career, it's still good for boxing. The sad thing about it is that Pacquiao fight is still big for boxing because by now, and no discredit to Canelo or any of these other guys, even Spence, because I think Spence is probably the next guy up behind Canelo in terms of drawing power. But by now, you would think that someone else should have already put themselves in position to be in that seat where Pacquiao is. And the good thing about Spence getting that fight, and I felt the same way about Bud getting that fight is, and I felt the same way about Thurman, is just giving one of these young guys an opportunity for Pacquiao to pass the torch to him. And that's what I felt like Floyd didn't do. Of course, I know he didn't intend to lose if whoever he was fighting, but I felt like I wanted Floyd on his way out to at least give one of these guys a shot. And even if he beat him, it still gave them name recognition and name cachet that resonates with the casual fans who only follow the big fights.
Hey, I wanted Keith Thurman to get that Floyd fight. Bad in the motherfucker. I thought Floyd was gonna whoop Keith Thurman big mouth ass. He picking on the polymonologies and shit like that. I agree with you though. Yeah, I wanted Floyd to pass the torch, but I respect Pacquiao even more for passing the torch. Hey, I'm gonna get my take though. Last, what you think, King?
Well, here's what I feel about that fight is that, to me, it's just a show of the last generation lingering around, and I partially blame this on Thurman because he should have dispatched with him and finished him off. But here's the thing about it that I think about all the current fighters. Now, Spence is trying to break out of it, but the truth be told, a lot of the guys that got built were based on defeating Mayweather, and I think that
Derek Haley, salute for him. My bad.
Oh, you good? And I think that came about because Mayweather made it so that people hated him. I think the other guys are just a little too quiet or a little too likable to really generate that audience, man. And that's why I feel like I think that's why look, Spence is cool and all, but I think he's a little too nobody hates Spence. You might not like him or you might think this way, but there's not hate. Like there was genuine hate for Mayweather. And I hate that it has to be that way, but you gotta sell the great white hype. And that's what Pacquiao is. He's the remnants of that, man. And so Spence, like I said, I think he's gonna retire him. I think it's gonna be a done deal. But I gotta give salute to Pacquiao. He'll fight anybody. If you pay him, he'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It ain't the belt. Like, I heard D-Lo talking about the belt possibly. I thought the belt was in there because I could have swore I heard Ugits come out and say that they were compensating him in it. And he wasn't tripping about it. So and he was gonna get a fight on the undercard or something like that. So I think it is all three of the belts are gonna be in there. But we about to see. If Pacquiao goes in here and beats him, if it's close, Pacquiao's gonna get the nod. If he goes in here and beats him, then I'm like, yo, that's one of the best fights, one of the best upsets of all time. I mean, we gotta keep it real. But I don't think he could do nothing with Spence. I think Spence is determined. He's gonna come in his best physical condition, and he's gonna make an example of Pacquiao. I don't know if he's gonna be able to stop him, but it's gonna be brutal.
Can I jump back in right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I see in the chat, Hawk. I think it was Hawk. Shout out to Hawk.
Hey, shout out, Hawk. Salute, Hawk. It's my brother right there, man.
Yeah, he was saying that if Pacquiao's competitive, that'll be extraordinary. And I agree. I agree with that to an extent. But at the same time, it's like, to me, it has to be how much of a drop off do we get in Pacquiao from the Thurman fight to this fight because it has been 2 years. Did the 2 years help Pacquiao, or is it 2 years worth of rust? You know what I'm saying? I will say that I felt like coming out of that Thurman fight, both of those guys needed at least a 8 month. You know what I'm saying? They didn't need, neither one of them needed to go right back into a fight within like 6 months because those guys beat the hell out of each other. But it's in Pacquiao's 42 years old. But for me, I do think, although I'll admit I'm one of those guys that were like really late to the party on Pacquiao, and I could talk for hours about why, and some of the stuff I still stand on. But at the same time, I got to a point that I just appreciate, how good the guy was. But to me, I feel like if there's not a huge drop off from the Pacquiao we got versus Thurman, and I know Spence and Thurman ain't the same fighter, but I feel like if he hadn't dropped off a lot, I expect a good fight. I mean, that don't mean I expect him to win. That don't mean I expect it to be a 7-5, but I expect there to be some rounds that are tough. And I expect Pacquiao to be in the fight, and it might be a case where he's in the fight until he's out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly will say this: I do not expect Errol Spence Jr. to stop Manny Pacquiao. I just don't think his style, even when he with Blu-ray in there, and the way in Manny Pacquiao style, I just don't think they lend itself to Manny Pacquiao getting stopped.
Go. Hey, shout out to the monkey Yeats. Salute, fam. Shout out to Eli Zachary Talks Everything. Salute, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back in the chat and let Hyphy give his take, and I'll get back in the chat and I'll give mine.
I really, because I ain't too interested in the fight myself, but I'm gonna just say we got to remember Pacquiao. He didn't fought dudes who was better than Spence some point in his career, and he didn't fought dudes that's been way more popular than Spence in his career. So this is Spence's biggest fight by far and his best opponent. But for Pacquiao, he didn't been down this road plenty times, so he gonna be way more comfortable. And just the same way Spence wanted to fight Pacquiao, that's the reason he took the fight. So if Pacquiao was to win, can we say this is a cherry pick going wrong?
Nah, I don't think this is a cherry pick though, because this is more of a legacy fight type of fight than the cherry pick.
Yeah, cherry pick. Look, the thing about it is the only time you can say if a cherry pick is if a guy is just overwhelmed. Even the old Pacquiao is still formidable. He's a veteran enough to have enough tools in the kit to not just get smashed. So, yeah, you can't say it's a cherry pick.
Look at the Thurman fight. Hey, but look, y'all, I think this is a big ass fight. This is the fight that I think Pacquiao going out with a bang, brother. I think Pacquiao going out as he did throughout his whole career, win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? He want to fight the best. He got up in there with Thurman, and now he's finna get up in there with a more even dangerous guy in Spence. And I think Spence will stop Pacquiao, y'all. If you go back and look at Pacquiao as of right now, he a front runner. You know what I'm saying? The first 4 to 5 rounds, he good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even 6. But after that, he slows down. If you look at the Thurman fight, if you look at Horn, how Horn pressured his ass, if that was Spence and on top of his ass like Horn was, that'd be body and everything all beat up. I'm just looking at Pacquiao last 3 fights, bro. And if you go back and look at it, it's been the same thing. First 4 rounds, he coming out with that speed, probably not as fast, but he coming out with the speed, trying to put the fighters on their back foot and score as he can. But once he get to the 6, 7, and 8 round, he slow down and his opponents have land some good shots, man. We have him in there looking real funny. He come out of the fight looking like he was in the war. You know what I'm saying? So I just see that being a factor in Pacquiao. And I think the first few rounds, it ain't going to play how it played with Thurman. I don't see Spence backing up like that on the back foot or getting caught. I see Spence coming forward, meeting him right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I see it being a decent fight as far as it played, but I see Spence pressuring him, man. That jab, that right hand jab, you know what I'm saying? That left hand is going to be a problem. If you get him in the ropes, it's gonna be a problem. Get him on the ropes, it's gonna be a problem. His body gonna be messed up. And he's 40-some years old, 42 years old. You know what I'm saying? Against a guy like Spence, against a style like Spence. I think that's dangerous for him, man. I think he had a better chance against Keith Thurman, just getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Against somebody like Spence, like you actually gonna be getting beat up for these rounds, 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker throwing 900, 800 punches, and a lot of them touching you some motherfucking weird. You feel what I'm saying? I just think that's gonna be a lot for Pacquiao. But I gotta respect Pacquiao for even getting in there and taking this fight. You know what I'm saying? And passing the torch. You feel me? He gave Keith Thurman the opportunity first. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is Spence's time to shine, man. And really, you know what I'm saying, get up out there and do his shit. And I looked on BoxRec, and they ain't got an official with that belt. It's only for the WBC and the IBF strap. So I guess it's not official. But let me get up in the chat, and y'all can tell me what y'all think about what I was just saying, though. Teddy B, salute in the building. I'm gonna start right here, y'all. Because everybody talking to everybody that I see. The Monkey Eat say if Pac beats Spence, they gonna say he's supposed to. He's a champ, and if Spence wins, they gonna say he's supposed to. Pac a old fighter. Shaking my head, yes. Double jeopardy, huh? Eli talking to L-Dub. Everybody talking. Teddy B say salute. The Monkey Eat say what up, homies? Just sitting here chopping it up, fam. What's good with you? Eric R said Earl got to make the fight ugly, like Precious. Everybody talking to everybody. Hey man, hey, the link is up there, y'all. If y'all want to get on, Teddy B, anybody that's in the chat right now, if y'all want to get on, you know what I'm saying, feel free. We ain't gonna be on much longer. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we've been on 2 hours. Everybody talking. Oh, Eric R said I just hope it doesn't look like Manny like with Manny Cotto. Yeah, Manny gonna look like Cotto. Teddy B say he say you don't cherry pick a guy coming off a top 4 win here. Eli Zachary talks everything. Say definitely not a cherry pick. And Manny chose Earl. Yeah, he did. Hop said totally agree with King of Kings about cherry picking. Yeah. Everybody talking to everybody. The Monkey E said if Pac wins, he said, what does that say about Spence? Shit, I mean, Spence got in there with the best of, right? Pac ain't no motherfucker. This is an 8 division world champion, bro. Got up in there with the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Even caught some of them on their way out. I don't think it'd be much to say if that's not no bad loss on your resume. You know what I'm saying? Especially depending on how he loses too. I don't even know where I was at. Oh, right there. The month. Hey, Hop said Marlo recent track record of boxing prediction has been quite impressive. Hey, appreciate you, Hop. Eric R said, yeah, Earl got to do Manny like Horn, how he fought Bundu. Yeah, shit, like how Horn fought Manny too. Horn was being a bigger dude versus Manny, man, handling Manny on the ropes. Eli Zachary say, I think Spence stops him in 7 and 10 too. I see the same thing, Marlo. Yeah, bro, I'm locked in with you. Teddy B talking to there. Hey, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all subscribe to D-Lo 404 Boxing. That's his link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? He be putting out some good videos, man. He got some valid points. A real follower of the sport, real fan of the sport, man. He breaks it down. Give it to you how he see it. D-Lo 404 said, Manny chose, so it can't be no cherry pick. El Fenici said, y'all think Manny see the same thing Mikey saw? Ass whooping. Teddy B said, make sure y'all follow D-Lo page. Yeah, real shit. Yeah, the link is right there, man. We support each other. Hey, Teddy B make content too. He talk all sport. Subscribe to Teddy B Sports Talk, Midwest Sports Talk. Also, Eli Zachary say Spence took the top 5 welterweight in his last 3 fights. Yeah, man, that's what I keep saying. He's continuing his course and is looking full steam ahead. Look like we about to get that Bud fight pretty soon. The Monkey E said, regardless of the outcome, we are the real winners being able to see this fight. Good luck to both fight. Hey, I agree with you on that one. Yeah, man, I think this is a big fight, man. I think this right here gonna put Spence on the map. You know what I'm saying? Same way, you know, as others. You know what I'm saying? As before us.
Hey, the funny part is if you know once they, I mean, I felt some type of way towards Pacquiao for a long time, kind of like how D was saying. But as time has gone on, he's grown on me. I mean, once you eliminate all the weirdos that were, you know, out here saying stuff, man, this is like you said, like what's they said in the chat. This is we winning in this game. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that, you know, Bud didn't missed out, man. It's too bad what's they didn't put the bag up for him because this is gonna be a huge. This might be the last opportunity to get one of these legends, man. If you think about it, who in 147 is from that last generation? Pacquiao's the last of them. You know what I mean?
It is. Ain't nobody else, bro.
That's it.
Especially as far as the legacy goes, pay-per-view, you know, the name up there. Yeah, this is it. Floyd gone. Antonio Ariano, salute, fam. What's good, man? Our Lakers is out of here, bro. We getting ready for the next one. El Fenici said, I got Pac, but I can see Spence stopping him, just as Marlo predicted. Yeah, man, I go back, you know, just watching film, just thinking about Pacquiao history. You know, Pacquiao ain't the same Pacquiao no more. You know what I'm saying? Them power pellets ain't effective as they was before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see what happened when he knocked Keith Thurman down. You know what I'm saying? And then he slowed down and let Keith Thurman get right back in the fight. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout his career, he had battles. Marquez, Barrera, like, you know what I'm saying? He had battles, man. 3-4 fights with motherfuckers. So I see Spence just being that younger dog. Spence in there. Floyd already gave Spence the torch and shit from sparring. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. If Pac pull this off, shit, he got to be up there on one of the all-time pound for pound. He on my top 3 pound for pound, man. He got to be there.
If you think about it, man, the people that Spence struggled with, I mean, look, I watched that Kell Brook fight again the other day, and I'm just gonna say salute to Kell Brook. Back in the day, that dude was that's one of the strongest welter. Look, we talk about how big Spence is, man. That dude Kell Brook was bigger than him, and he was physical, man. And it was like, you know, those dudes, like even, you know, take Sean Porter, you gotta come to him with a certain amount of physical strength, and I just think he's just too strong. He's going to be stronger than Pacquiao, and that's the one thing that you got to worry about when you're Spence, man, is somebody being able to get physical with you. I just, like you said, Pacquiao, he might hit him up with the combinations, but like he's going to fade. The body work is going to do it, man. I say 8 rounds stoppage.
You know what's the fucked up thing? They both southpaws, and it's going to come down to defense. I think Spence got a way better tight defense than Pacquiao, bro. High guard, you know what I'm saying? In exchange, he keeps his hands up. Like, he don't get hit like that in exchange. And up close, I don't see Pacquiao's power being a problem. You know what I'm saying? For Spence. Pacquiao got to come in with some London shots, and he going to need that his most powerful hand. Spence going to be hurting you with both hands, breaking you down.
To make it real easy on himself by just sitting out with the – this is one fight. I mean, he lands his jab well for a southpaw against an orthodox period. So now you got another dude that naturally your jab would land. I mean, there's so many ways that I think Spence can win, man. That's the thing about it. And I don't see the ways he could lose. So
I do. He better not stand in front of Pacquiao too long. Let him throw them combinations all damn night.
True.
He better be first to everything. Meet him in the middle. Don't be on the back foot. Back his motherfucking ass up. Or keep it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Where you can touch it. Don't let this motherfucker, don't stand in front of this motherfucker too long and let him hit you with those motherfucking 3-4 punch combinations, backing you up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you exchange with that motherfucker. Marquez knocked his ass out, you know what I'm saying, in the exchange. You know what I mean? He ready to get knocked. Eric R said, LOL, Mikey acting like Earl can't punch. He said, I remember it too. He said, Mikey, months later, he said, I remember it too. Mikey months to talk again. He said, in his first interview, he was talking like Don Don Corleone with the cotton balls and slaughtering and shit. Yeah.
Yo, he right about that too, man. I seen that in, like, people were trying to analyze if he had brain damage, man. Yo,
bro.
That was embarrassing. Like, look, people talk mess about him not getting knocked out and stuff, but that was embarrassing at the end of them rounds when he was shaking his glove. It was like, oh, I survived another one. It was like, what, dude? Where's the blueprint at that you didn't see something? This is embarrassing. You're just moving around trying to survive. Get out of here.
Man, the ref should have threatened to stop that fight for Mikey not fighting back.
Yeah,
thank you.
His daddy and his brother did.
Do you remember when Cotto fought Pacquiao, and there was parts of that fight where Pacquiao was kind of pointing at Cotto like, "Look, this dude is done." And you know what I mean? That's where it was in some of them parts with Spence. Like, this dude's not engaging. He's not throwing no punches. He's just moving around, trying not to get mashed out. I mean, it was sad.
Hey, Eric R said, I don't care what no one say. He said, I still want to see Thurman versus Spence. That would be fire. Yeah, I'd love to see that, but I don't care if I don't, though. I think Thurman talked too goddamn much. I had years and years to listen to this motherfucker talk. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker, he an opportunist. He not willing to get in there with anybody. He ain't on Spence level. You know what I'm saying? He got picks. You know what I'm saying? He got
they gonna sick Boots Ennis on him.
Right.
That's gonna be like, they trying to sick Boots on me. Shut up,
he got picks, man. You know what I mean? But if we do see it though, and we do see it, it's definitely be a real treat, especially the press conference and shit, all the shit talking. You finna say something, D-Lo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, one of the problems with Thurman was that like Thurman was one of those guys that, like, he felt so accomplished for what little he had accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Like, beating Danny Garcia, beating Sean Porter, being unified, and for the longest, because he was the only one of the crop that had been unified, he kind of tried to big dog everybody. And then it seemed like once, and even though he had been stripped, he still could state that claim. But once Errol Spence became unified, it seemed like that's when Errol got his attention, to where he's like, yeah, he wants to fight now, because, you know what I'm saying, at this point, he done been one up. You know what I'm saying? Errol got on pay-per-view first and all of this other stuff. Then he all of a sudden started wanting to fight. I mean, I don't really subscribe to that whole, I ain't gonna fight you because you didn't do me right when I wanted to fight. But at the end of the day, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, to be honest, Errol the same thing could be said for all them guys. You know what I'm saying? To be in a way, because Danny didn't want to fight Errol. Porter didn't want to fight him. They didn't fight him, like I said earlier. They didn't want to fight him until that man got on pay-per-view. And then they saw that, you know what I'm saying, he could bring that bag. Then all of a sudden they were like, man, you know what? I might lose, but it's worth the money.
Yeah. Good shit. El Phoenicia say, do y'all see pack angles and speed being a problem for Spence? What y'all think?
I think so. I answered him in the chat. I think so for like a few rounds. You know, I just think Pacquiao's so awkward. Even if it's like Floyd said about himself, right? Even if you watch him fight in person and you watch him on film for a long time, it's different when you get in there with him. And I think that's what Thurman found out. The only thing is that, you know, as the fight progressed, Thurman seemed to adjust to what Pacquiao was doing, but Thurman himself was a front runner too. So that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why Thurman couldn't capitalize, because Thurman had been for so long basically fighting almost as if he's in an amateur fight. Like, I just need to win a certain amount of rounds, and then I can trade rounds the rest of the way. I can take time off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when he fought Pacquiao, he had to come from behind. He didn't have it in him because he's so used to fighting the same way. He's a rhythm fighter.
Hey, and he fight off his back foot too much, D-Lo, in the fight, especially early on. And I think that was the game plan. That was the best game plan for Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao a real student of the game, bro. But the angles, I don't think that's gonna be a problem, because, like I said, Spencer southpaw. He got to step to that strong side. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna take it away from him. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
I think that actually helps the B fight another. I mean, helps Pacquiao with the angles to be fighting another southpaw. He's actually gonna be going away from Errol's power. Whereas when he fights an orthodox fighter, he kind of out of habit goes toward the power. But at the same time,
southpaw in the smaller weights, the southpaw gave him problems.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. But at the same time, Errol, you know, he got his own game plan, and I think he gonna respect that. I mean, I just think Pacquiao's just something different. He's like a unicorn. I just think it's gonna take a couple rounds to get used to Pacquiao. Because I mean, you got to think about in the first few rounds, Pacquiao gonna have a ton of energy. He's still that jitterbug, you know what I'm saying? He ain't like he was, but he gonna have a ton of energy. He gonna be doing a bunch of, you know, stuff that you see him do in the gym. And then, you know, Errol might fill him out for a minute just because the guy got, you know, legendary power. Everybody telling him, you know, hey, he's still dangerous. He still got power, this, that, and the other. We saw him drop Thurman. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody else had dropped Thurman. We just seen Thurman hurt to the body. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Errol's a smart enough fighter to get a man he respects. Understand that Pacquiao didn't get to where he is through osmosis. You know, the guy worked his way up. The guy's a legit fighter. I mean, we're having conversations about what if Pacquiao wins because we realize that realistic. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just so far fetched that it ain't worth talking about. Like when Pacquiao would fight Horn, we would have never been sitting around talking about what if Horn wins. You know what I'm saying? That was and Horn won the fight. But in this case,
did he really win your eyes?
I mean, he was in the fight. I mean, listen, if you'd have told me the fight would have been as close as it was, I'd have said, man, he must gonna have some help in there. There's gonna be another guy in there fight with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy didn't have any experience. You know what I'm saying? He was a part-time teacher. He hadn't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy was brought in to be cannon fodder. That was if that Manny Pacquiao shows up, yeah, I think Errol Spence might stop it. But
what about the Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman?
No, I don't think he stopped that Pacquiao. I just, you know what I'm saying, unless Pacquiao runs out of steam earlier. If Pacquiao don't start running out of steam until about 8 rounds, I think Pacquiao knows how to survive. He won't take as many chances at that point. Pacquiao got stopped by Marquez because Pacquiao was going for the kill. I ain't ever seen nobody stop Pacquiao on attrition, on a beatdown. Like Errol Spence stoppages are usually not one-punch knockouts. They're usually he beats a guy into submission. I ain't never seen that happen to Pacquiao, but you ain't never seen a lot of things until they happen. Errol Spence might do it.
Yeah, but look at it like this though. Who have you seen fight Pacquiao like that? If you look, let's run through Pacquiao's fight. Which fighter have we seen try to fight him with attrition? That name 2 of them because I can't think of nobody that's brought it to him.
Horn brought it to him, and
Thurman late.
And Thurman brought it to him late. Margarito fought him like that. I mean, if everybody remember Margarito's eye, man, Margarito put hurt on Pacquiao. Pacquiao, you know, he was so much bigger and stronger. But Pacquiao just, you know what I'm saying, Pacquiao wouldn't will. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Pacquiao was young, fast. You know what I'm saying? At that time, Margarito's
he's a lot older.
Slow.
Yeah, that was after Margarito's gloves got. Look, this is the thing that I want to say about it, about the Errol and this fight. The reason that, you know, a lot of people use Pacquiao's size is something, but the truth be told, he kind of reminded me of. You guys remember when Hopkins went up to 175 and he beat up on the dude from Youngstown or whatever it is? No, the white dude. The one that knocked out Jermaine Taylor.
Pavlik.
Oh, Pavlik. Yeah, Pavlik.
Now, let me put it like this. The reason why he was effective in that fight, as old as he was, at a smaller fighter coming up still has superior hand speed to a certain extent. And that's why Pacquiao at this weight has been sufficient because a lot of fighters, a lot of 147 pounders don't have that type of hand speed that you bring up from like 135. So that's why he's been effective. So that's what it comes down to. Does he have the hand speed? The reason he's taking this fight is not just the bag. He sees that he thinks that Errol Spence is slow enough for him to beat him up with volume. Like he feels like his hands is quick enough at this age that he can just dominate him, move out, come in. Like really, if you think about it, Pacquiao does a come in, 3-punch combination, jump back out. You know what I'm saying? It could be probably, but like I said, at this age, I don't think he has the stamina to last doing that 12 rounds. But you only need to win 7.
Hey, I can give you a clear picture of the best thing that and this ain't even Pacquiao no more. Kell Brook versus Spence. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao ain't that fast, ain't that athletic no more, bro. He not getting in and out like that. And Spence still was on that nigga shit like a motherfucking cheap suit. Even though Brook was landing good shots, Spence was taking those shots and catching up with him through the jab and hurting him all out through that fight, bro. Pacquiao is not that fast no more. He not finna get up in there and do what we think that he gonna do against Spence. Spence got defense. You know what I'm saying? The only way he gonna hit Spence real good is in the exchange. Look at the Porter fight. Once again, look at the Brook fight. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the fights you consider to be tough for Spence, and look at all the fights you consider to be tough for Pacquiao, and then you break those down and you tell me, you know what I'm saying, how Pacquiao is at 42. How he gonna get in and up out of there at 42? Look at this Horn fight, bro. That shit was not working. Look at the fucking Thurman fight, bro. That shit was not working. You know what I'm saying? It worked early. First 4 rounds, he looked it pretty quick because Spence was Thurman was on the back foot. If Thurman would have met him and stayed there, we wouldn't have seen a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? A flash knockdown.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, that's the thing about it is, because you guys know, remember Thurman, man. I remember him talking about his fighting style was like the first 3 or 4 rounds you try to go for the knockout, then you go into this boxing mode. He went into that real early. If you look at when he got knocked down, he was moving straight back. It wasn't like the punch was just so magnificent. It was just like if you move straight back against most fighters, you're gonna get knocked down, and that's literally what happened. So. I mean, like you said, no, I'm just saying that in Pacquiao's mind, that's what he thinks he's going to be able to do. But I just don't see it. Like, I don't know where Spence got this jacket that he's slow or something, but like you said, the fight I was watching, he's fast in the sense where but when you go to the body, I mean, and you trying to throw significant body punches, it's going to look slow.
But and you gonna get hit back though, King. That's the thing. Like a lot of them times, Pacquiao was getting up out of there. He wasn't getting hit back. He was able to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? With Spence, he coming forward. You know what I'm saying? You might get a couple good shots up in there. You know what I'm saying? You might. And ain't no telling. He keep up a good guard. Most of the time, he get hit is when he in exchange, is in the pocket. So I just can't see Pacquiao at this age, you know, taking a beating like you know what I'm saying, like he been doing against this kind of guy like Earl Spence. You know what I mean? This guy hits you in the body. This guy hitting you on the shoulders and the arm, beating your face up. Like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Horn was just letting his hands go, overwhelming you with his size and strength and all them extra things that he had. Thurman was easy on him early in the fight. Late in the fight, Thurman turned it up and it didn't look as good till Pacquiao landed that body shot, though. You know what I'm saying? Had Thurman get off.
that body shot was ugly.
Yeah, but y'all see what I'm trying to say? Like, why I mentioned high vision is because of that. Like, his last few fights, bro, it's not the same Pacquiao. And even a fast Pacquiao got put to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got put to sleep by one of the best counterpunchers of a generation, though. You know what I'm saying? And he got caught with a body shot. You know, that he brought his momentum into it. He can do the same thing against Errol. I mean, Errol's a good counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? He could do the same thing. I just don't see that aggression. I don't think Pacquiao's that aggressive anymore. I saw that change after the Marquez fight. And then, you know, even against, I mean, think about it, man. Pacquiao didn't stop Algieri. He didn't stop what's the boy, Jesse Vargas. He didn't stop Horn. He didn't get a stoppage till he fought Lucas Matisse over in Macau. And then he hadn't had a stoppage since. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the aggression ain't there no more. His aggression, to me, is what helped him get knocked out by Marquez. You know, but at the same time, Marquez ain't Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence does a lot of things really good that Marquez doesn't. He has a lot of attributes that Marquez doesn't. He's gonna present a whole nother set of problems that Manny Pacquiao had been in the ring with in a long time. But at the same time, there are other problems that Pacquiao had to deal with that Errol Spence don't really bring to the table. But I think it's going to be a tall order for Manny, man. He's at 42, 43 years old, whatever he is. With the amount of fights he has, the wear and tear, and the more I think about it, man, I don't know that the inactivity. I think the rest helps him, but I think the inactivity hurts him just because you got to stay sharp. I just don't think you get off the couch on a 2-year layoff and go fight Errol Spence Jr. I don't care who you are. I think that hurts him more than anything, and that's why it's hard for me to see him winning that fight. But at the same time, it's hard for me to envision him getting stopped on attrition. I think it has to be that shot. I think it's hard to consistently land body shots on Manny Pacquiao, especially when you're that much bigger than him. But I mean, it might play out that way. I just don't think Manny Pacquiao is going to take the risk to allow himself to just stay in the pocket. We think he's going to be like you said. He's going to get in, try to get out, get in, try to get out. You know, but on 42-year-old legs with them big old calves, who knows? He might mess around and get caught in some quicksand. Errol cut off the ring, cut him off, land the right shot. Pacquiao get up off the canvas. You know what I'm saying? May not get right. Might mess around and get stopped.
Yeah, I see. Like a straight left hand, man. Might be a straight left hand, bro, or left hook. That same shot that Porter got caught with. But he ain't. I don't think he getting up. Hey, one Mike 14 say that's exactly what happened, D-Lo, when he was breaking down that Thurman situation. Eric R said Earl is good at Earl is good at controlling his opponents, head and directing you into shots like the Algieri fight. Yeah, Earl good all around, bro. Like good enough. You know what I'm saying? Good enough. One Mike 14 said good point. Eric R said he also think Earl freezes in exchanges when you press him. Mm-hmm. I was trying to think at the time I seen him. Earl catch and shoot. I don't see him freezing up. I see him thinking defense and payback. I don't recall seeing him, but I had to look. Yeah, I know I like watching him film. I like rewatching fight. Eric R said true. He said true is deceptive. I think Earl heard it enough, and is aware. That's why he kept stepping back and turning Mikey when he tried it. Yeah, man. Go ahead, D-Lo.
I was gonna say he was responding to me because I said that's because he does, and I said I think Errol wins, but I think Pacquiao is right when he sees that. But that can change in this fight, and he's right. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Mikey fight when Mikey did try that, Errol kind of, you know what I'm saying, he made sure he didn't allow Mikey to get off. You know what I'm saying? Get off a succession of punches. He started punching back, but you know there have been times that Errol Spence kind of, when he's on defense, and then you know what I'm saying, it's like he lets you get yours off, like, hey, you ain't gonna hurt me, get yours off, and then I'm gonna come back with mine. And it's like, I think like Eric Vaughn was saying, I think that's what Pacquiao and his team they were banking on, or they are banking on, is that Manny's gonna step to him and he's gonna shell up, or you know, kind of get in a defensive posture. Manny's gonna get off series of shots, get out, and just try to win rounds. I don't even think it's a matter of, do Manny think he can hurt him? Maybe. He been talking knockout, but I think it's more so about Manny. I think Manny has the confidence that he can get in there and steal enough rounds to win the fight, or to sway the crowd, sway the judges, whatever. But I said, man, it's gonna be a tall order, man. I think he in over his head, but we'll see.
Two brothers, welcome to the gym. This is your first time. He said Water gonna get his ass beat again. Okay. Hey, the link is up there in the chat, man. Come on and be respectful. We'd love to hear you break it down, man. Hear your opinion on how you see it playing out. You know what I'm saying? Eric R said, but he didn't do that versus Danny. He shelled up like Joshua Cloudy. Excuse me. He said that's probably why Manny started licking his chops. You know what though? One thing I'm gonna give Danny Garcia is he a good counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? And he a good timer. So fighters like him, that's why he shelled up against what's the name here and there. He got up in there and got up against Mikey. You know what I'm saying? He tried to wait for Mikey he gave Mikey opportunities to come press the issue, but Mikey was too scared. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I think Danny lucked out by not having that fight with Earl, and Earl came out like, I mean, let's all keep real. He turned Danny into a dang warm up fight. That's something that that I gotta respect about Earl. Like Floyd coming off fighting Marquez. This is the dude that he fights off a layoff. You know what I mean? Top 10 pound per pound guy, and so he fights Danny, and I think a help like maybe a less rusty Earl. That beating is way worse. That wasn't a close fight. I mean, we gotta keep that 100.
Yeah. Eric Harvey watching the shit out these fights though. Good point, Eric Harvey. Yeah, man. That's a part of your game plan though, y'all. Like a motherfucker, when you go in there, you gotta know your opponent. You know what I'm saying? That's be your trainer, your coach job to study your opponent. But I like the fighters that go in there and study themselves, because you're the one that got to be in the ring. You're the one that's got to get familiar with what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? Some people cock back before they throw shots. You know what I mean? Some people do little things. They let their hands down before they, like, it's stuff that you can see in there that you can take advantage of when you're watching your opponent. You know what I'm saying? And you studying shit. Even watching yourself. Go ahead, D-Lo.
No, you're right, man. That's why I used to always wonder why nobody did just run through Leo Santa Cruz, because they always used to shake them hands. And I was like, man, why don't they? Like people get in the ring with him and they don't notice that. We watching it and we looking at it like, man, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I was just thinking about Clyde. Man, Clyde used to make me so mad, man. That dude, man, Clyde should have a win over Pacquiao, Cotto, and Margarito. And you know what that would have done for him being an African fighter? You know what I'm saying? He'd be mentioned with the likes of man, what's Ike Quartet and guys like that. You know what I'm saying?
Ike Quartet.
But it's like the guy shelled up enough all the way to 3 losses that he shouldn't have had. You know what I'm saying? Just when he wasn't shelled up, he was beating these guys, and then he'll just shell up and let these guys just take rounds from him.
Yeah. I don't know what. That's why I be saying I don't know what they be thinking, bro. Like, you ain't in there. Fatigue, like, you know what I'm saying? Fatigue be a big problem with a lot of these guys, man. You can't throw no punches. You can't breathe. But we're gonna see though, man. I don't see that being a problem for Spence, but I do see fatigue being a problem for Pacquiao, y'all. Seeing that being, what you think about that, D-Lo?
I'd have to favor the old man. I mean, man, I'm gonna say one last thing about. I'm gonna have to get off, man. I got to get up in like 4 hours, go to work. But man, Errol Spence is a lot younger than Manny Pacquiao. He's the fresher fighter. He is seemingly the more athletic fighter. He's the bigger fighter. I feel like if he goes in there and he fights as such, goes in there and be the boss, goes in there and show his youth, show Manny Pacquiao that he's an old man. That's what Keith Thurman didn't do. Keith Thurman talked the talk at the press conference, but when he got in there, he seemed a little gun shy early, and I think that's what cost him the fight. And then of course getting hurt again later. But to me, I feel like, man, when you're a fighter of Errol Spence's ilk, you know what I'm saying, and you're fighting a guy 42 years old that, you know what I'm saying, we know he's well past his prime. Yeah, he got a good win in his last fight 2 years ago. But this guy's coming off the couch. I mean, I'm using, hyperbole. But anyway, Manny Pacquiao's coming off the couch. And you got to show this man that was a mistake. And I think he got to show him early. And I think he got to show him often. And he got to put doubt in Manny Pacquiao's head about whether or not Manny Pacquiao should still be fighting at 42 years old. And I feel like if he goes out there and he does that early in that fight, it's gonna be a hell of a night for Spence, and it's gonna be a coordination.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for early. That's where Pacquiao gonna shine. That's where best work.
Yeah, I want to see Spence go in there and take the fight from Pacquiao in the rounds that I'm saying that I think Pacquiao might look good. I'm saying Pacquiao. I expect Pacquiao to give him problems from round 3, 1 through 3. Maybe 4. But I would love, and I shouldn't say that because I really shouldn't, care how the fight plays out. But for the sake of boxing, right? Because Manny Pacquiao is on his way out. So of course, if you think about for the sake of boxing, it's better for boxing if the younger fighter can take the torch from the older fighter who doesn't have but a couple fights left at most. So, and saying it, and with that being the case, I would love for Errol Spence to go out there in the rounds that I'm predicting that he's going to have problems, for him to go in there right away and establish that I'm the boss, I'm the bigger fighter, you're the little guy, I'm the young fighter, I'm fresh, I'm supposed to win this fight, you're not supposed to be here. That's what I want to see Errol Spence do right out the gate. And then I want to see how Manny Pacquiao responds to that. But hey, I'm gonna get on off here, man. I gotta get a shower and everything, man. It's, like I said, I gotta get up in about 4 hours. I gotta be at work in about 4 hours.
All right, man. It's always good to talk to you. We get you on the next one. D-Lo, tell the people where to find you after you get up out of here.
Hey man, y'all check me out right here on YouTube. I got you know what I'm saying, channel D-Lo 404 Boxing. I got this little group I started on Facebook. You Can't Play Boxing. And also, you know, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram, but I'm just over there on that stuff really to promote my YouTube channel on Twitter and Instagram. To be honest, I really don't even. I go on there to see what's going on, but I'm not really that active on that. But yeah, just keep me right here on YouTube, like I said. And if y'all on Facebook to support my boxing group, You Can't Play Boxing on Facebook.
Right.
All right. Peace, y'all.
All right, peace. D-Lo. Let me catch up. Hey, Michael James 616 in the building. Salute, bro. What's good? Eric R said, thanks, bro. Trying to step my game up and be a respectable diehard, man. Definitely respect it this way, bro. That's what's up. Michael James said, Spence could have whooped Danny the day he got out the hospital. Danny not that dude, especially at 147. Yeah. One Mike 14 said Azuma Nelson. Yeah, he's a bad one too. Eric R said Clottey versus Cotto made me so mad. Said Clottey looked the part but never showed up. Wasn't in the ring at all. Teddy B, Midwest Sports said no fill out rounds. You need to walk them down from round one. Yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna be looking to see I've spent the first 4 rounds, how that shit gonna play out. After that, I know, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be Pacquiao gonna be wearing down, you know what I'm saying? But the first 4 rounds gonna be real important, gonna be key for me. You know what I'm saying? Eric R said Thurman had robbed the well too many times with those layoffs. He said, I think the Porter, I think the Porter who fought Earl beats the Keith Thurman that fought Manny. Yeah, me too. I can agree with you, bro. Michael James said, been here listening, just couldn't chat. Okay, Ben, appreciate you, bro. SB stay sharp in the building. Salute, bro. He said salute to Marlo in the chat. He said my man Marlo. Salute, bro. Shit, man, I think we about wrapped it up, man. Shit, man, I hope everybody ready for this weekend, man. Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy they putting fights on and they recognizing Juneteenth, man. It's a national holiday as of this week sometime. I think yesterday I heard it's gonna become a national federal holiday or something like that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that, you know what I'm saying, these kind of conversations through the sport of boxing can keep talking, you know what I'm saying, about the history, man. What motherfuckers been through, the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you got some humble people out here that recognize it, you know what I'm saying, and ain't tolerating it and don't have to accept BS, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate Charlo fighting on Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? It's a Montel. I appreciate the whole card, y'all. Like, I mean, I know we got the Triller card taken away, but you know what I'm saying? Just to have that and look forward to that, I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be more of these yet to come too. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we wrapped it up, man. Damn near 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the Juneteenth card, talked about the Triller being canceled, talked about the Tank Davis fight versus Barrios, went in on Spence versus Pacquiao. Shit, man, I enjoyed it, man. King of King.
What's up, fam?
Man, talk to the people, man. Close this out. Tell the people where to find you.
Hey, man, everybody be safe tonight, man. Once again, enjoy the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you, Marlo, for letting me on your platform, man. You know, it's all love, man. Looking forward to Treyas to get busy this weekend. Hope he's fully hydrated, you know. But salute to everybody, man. Put your channels in the chat, man. I subscribe to everybody. I've been, you know, I think D-Lo's pretty close to getting to a certain level. So get out there if you're new to the gym. Go ahead and get with D-Lo. And I appreciate you, man. And everybody be safe. Thanks, Marlo, man. Good night, brother.
Yeah, thank you. I got a few. I can tell you a couple of them. I'm I'm gonna read these chats before we get up out of here. D-Lo dropped this link. Yeah, man, make sure y'all subscribe to D-Lo, man. He break down the fights with good content. One Mike 14 said, do you guys know who's on the Charlo undercard this weekend? We got Jermall Charlo, we got Angelo Leo versus Aaron Almada, and then we got Isaac Cruz Gonzalez versus Francisco Vargas. You know, they only do 3 cards on the Showtime card, but that's who on the undercard, fam. I had you ready, locked and ready. Napoleon Armstrong's salute, fam. What's good with it, bro? Salute. Yeah, he got the peace signs. He said ain't no y'all was on, fam. Yeah, we're gonna try to do it every Thursday, man. So look forward to us jumping on Thursdays, y'all. And I'm gonna put the link up it's pinned up in the chat. And you know what I'm saying? We can just get on and have a round table and talk about what's coming up in the week and just talk about the sport, man. Try to be consistent with it every Thursday around 6:30. Y'all welcome to get on the panel. Man, I hope y'all come through and chop it up with it. Man, appreciate everybody that did show up and get the notification, man, that hung up in there, man. It's always fun, man. It's always love and respect, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Oh, yeah, I got a little website up where I'm going to start trying to post stuff that I can't get on YouTube. Just post little things, post like my little thoughts and stuff like that. It's in the chat. I'm also going to be trying to broadcast some segments on Spotify and Anchor and things like that. Shout out to Cypher Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Who suggested I should get up into that. And yeah, man, we're going to try to just keep pushing the platform, keep pushing each other, man, and growing. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can help grow the sport of boxing, man, because that's what's most important, man. We can all have fun, man, and show them how it's done. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. It's always love. And until this weekend, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, get the fuck out my gym. Peace.